from Thunder Bay, Calgary, and somewhere.
John, we're reviewing Hellblade 2 tonight. You should have said from the left, from the right. Okay, you should have ASMR'd it. Oh, you got a song. That's right. So, welcome to episode 856 of Video Game Outsiders, our Daddy Issues episode, because we're reviewing Hellblade 2 tonight in a roundtable.
You're horrible.
Yeah, I know, John. You made a song. We'll get into it later. I'm one of your hosts,
like
Michelle
your mother.
Madison, that doesn't have daddy issues. Gamertag, Coastal Michelle.
Can't do anything.
John,
What?
turn that shit off. Sounds like somebody blowing a banjo. Who are you? Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm John.
Do you have to talk in whispers, though?
I think we should. When we review the game,
Actually,
we should only
I'm
whisper.
gonna.
I think so.
I don't want to tell you guys this, but
What?
I'm going to be constantly panning the audio left, right throughout the whole show.
Do not do that. I will kill you. I will literally kill you.
Can you just-
do not. Thanks for stepping,
Messages
Jedi.
of self-doubt in everything you say. Just doubt everything
that's
you're
the
saying.
song. It's like, like this is the whole fucking game. You're horrible.
You'll
You're
never
worthless.
announce anything. It's what every Korean
words of
kid from here
encouragement. Anyway, we'll talk
has
about
been
it.
used
We'll
to.
talk
Like your mother.
Well, you know, some people have bad parents. They break you down. They
All
tell
right,
you
I'm
worthless.
excited. Okay, so this
What
is
happened?
the biggest Microsoft show of the year.
Really, because I heard it wasn't a big game, and that's why they didn't promote it. Because all the
Now
Steam
it's-
reviews are
now
driving me
it's the
fucking
biggest-
nuts. You know, I commented under one, and the person had to turn comments off. It had this stupid thing, and they started writing in all up and down letters, like they literally were insane. And they're like, "Thank goodness for this game. It's doing so much for mental illness."
Okay, we should
and
say
please
that-
never shut the studio down. Microsoft, you're all evil.
Yeah, that's the
And
move now.
This is the move now.
Every successful thing is we're
is
going to shut it
bad,
down.
and yep. So it's just very weird. There's a bunch of ass lickers out there that think that
Enjoy it
this,
while you can before Microsoft
yeah,
kills it.
that thinks
Yeah.
Ninja Theory, the studio gives a
this
shit
game's
about them.
This studio will be shut down next week. I'm telling
Yep.
you, they got
You know,
DLC.
nobody is safe anymore.
You're not
Nobody's
getting
safe.
anything. Yeah,
Yep,
this
it's
guy
all
from Canada
terrible.
comes down here with
Yep.
his
Nobody
his
gets
Rush
that joke. That was
albums.
before we started recording, John. You're an idiot.
He's got
All right,
his
so-
Rush album. He's
Yeah.
got BTO.
Way to go inside baseball.
Yeah,
Bob.
inside
He's
baseball.
got
Before
Bob
the
show on
turnovers.
Twitch, John
This
started
guy's coming
shitting on
down.
Canada.
He's
Yep.
taking care of business
Yep.
every day.
Of all the countries, John, you got to be able to shit on somebody else. I mean,
What?
it's Bill Murray.
He's
and
coming
Caddyshack
down
process.
here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is this Caddyshack? Is that what you're
What?
doing?
Yeah.
Mrs. Esterhaus? Is that what that is? I remember that as a little kid.
You're so beautiful.
See, I grew up with Caddyshack 2 on HBO. I didn't know anything
Oh my
about
God,
the first
Caddyshack 2 is
Caddyshack
so
2 is
bad.
what I
that
know of
movie
Caddyshack.
oh, that
with
don't
Sarah
ev-
Silverman's
Mich-
brother. What?
don't
That's
you
my
dare.
Caddyshack.
I love Caddyshack too. With the
Caddyshack 2
little
is great.
woodpecker or the
Jackie
grandma.
Yeah.
Mason.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, Jackie Mason. What are you looking at? I don't remember. Something like
I mean, come on. All right. You're going from
right.
Rodney Dangerfield and
I
Bill
like
Murray.
Rodney Dangerfield. Ladybugs is a great movie, okay? But
No. I mean, listen, things are not good, all right? You know,
Things are fine.
I didn't tell you
Hey,
guys
you
this.
get no respect around here.
I love Rodney. But he's dead now.
But listen,
Yeah.
something happened here
I'm
today.
dead over here.
what,
you know,
what?
Well, I was walking and this guy got hit with a car in front of me. And
Okay. All right. Yep.
what?
What? Go ahead. I'm waiting for the punchline because it ain't that.
Yeah, it was.
What
it was-
happened,
I
John?
mean, listen,
Yeah.
things were not good. Okay, this
Right.
guy
Things
get
are
hit-
not
he- Yeah,
good.
he gets hit by a car. He's on the ground. Okay.
Okay.
And
It's usually what happens when you get hit by a car.
and I don't know what to do. Okay, you know
Right.
things are not good. This guy's on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
The car's idling about 50 feet away. This guy's in pain. So I go in my house and I get some pillows. You know.
Okay.
You're gonna put him out of his misery.
Not the good
Well,
pillows,
no,
I hope.
No, I didn't like suffocate.
Yeah.
I come out.
Yeah.
The guy's in pain. He's on the ground. There's this Chevy Nova that hit him. It's idling about 50 feet away, and the driver is just on his phone texting everybody. And
Right.
and so it's kind of up to me to save
Too much detail here.
the moment. So
you're
so
getting-
I
It was a rusty green Pontiac with a
What?
Hispanic man at the front wheel.
Bought in
I didn't know what type of
1979.
Hispanic man, but I
Yeah.
think he was
And
Guatemalan.
so I take one of the pillows and I put it under the guy's head, and he's in
Okay.
pain.
Right.
And I say to him, I
So
said,
are
"Are you?"
we.
I said, "Are you comfortable?" And he looks at me and says, "I make an okay living."
What?
Oh,
What?
all Are you comfortable?
What? Doesn't even
What?
make any sense.
Start.
I said, are you comfortable? He said, I make an okay living.
Like, is he
But
doing
that's the
good
joke, that comfortable isn't financially? That's the
what
joke?
we waited
That's
for?
the setup with the guy with his Chevy waiting
he
by?
says to me, all right, let's do a commercial break. All right, we'll be back.
What the hell? We
Hey,
should
it's
just-
Rodney. Tell you to listen to VGO
that-
every week.
Nobody has
to
ever said that
Tuesday.
joke
Smash
on
button.
stage like that. I think he forgot the punchline.
No, that's
O'Malley says John is on some Norm Macdonald shit right now.
no.
Now, Norm
He says
would
to me-
actually be funny.
He says,
Don't
I
play
make
the
an okay
shit
living.
song until the
I
end.
make an okay living.
So yeah, we are live right now on twitch.tv/John and Michelle. You can come down and sub free with your Amazon Prime or support
Yeah.
us. If you
Yeah.
miss it live, which most of you do, you can listen anywhere podcasts are. John, but if you want to find us during
I
the
tell you,
week,
things are not good,
Oh my God.
really. What?
if you want to find us during the week, we have an app. It's on iOS and Android. A good place because we do bonus shows. Some are free, some are premium, like PC Outsiders, Micro VGO. Sometimes there's a You Suck show. I've been thinking about this.
I've never introduced myself. Did
Yeah.
you introduce
Oh
yourself?
yeah,
I
who
don't
are
know.
you? Sorry, John.
I'm
was
Matt.
telling- Okay.
I'm Matt Bradford, the
Yeah,
occasional
I know.
host.
Things aren't good.
Yeah.
Things aren't good. This is
Go
John
get our
and
app.
Michelle.
Go to videogameoutsiders.com and support us for $1.99 a month.
You know,
And you can get bonus
I
shows
just
and
bought a
20-year
used
back
car.
catalog. Okay, it's going to be one of those shows. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I found my wife's dress in the back seat. Things are
Really?
not good. I tell you.
Why?
Yeah.
What happened?
Because it was a used car.
So what?
Someone fornicated with
Maybe
his
somebody
wife,
was taking
I
it to
think.
get clean, John. Why do you always
Yeah, I
assume
tell
the
you.
worst?
You know, last night some guy knocked on my front door.
Right.
Yeah, she told me to hide in the closet. Things are not good. I'm telling you.
I mean, that might be good if you're the other guy.
Yeah. You know, my uncle. My uncle was
To
a
a
bad
grounding
guy.
halt, John. You brought the
Yeah,
show
I
to.
don't.
You know, my
Where do I
uncle.
go from here? I tried to
Things
introduce-
are not good. My
Right.
uncle. You know, he was a bad guy, and his dying wish was to have me sit on his lap. He was in the electric chair. I tell you, things are not good.
Okay, well, that was good. You must have stolen
That was
that.
good because
You
every
must be on a
uncle
website
always
now.
wants you to
What?
sit on his lap. I can attest to that. I don't know what it is. It just comes with uncledom. Like you must sit on your uncle's lap.
Yeah.
Yeah, the electric chair though, that's optional. I haven't heard that one. All right, so
Yeah.
did you get it all out of your system or I'm just checking.
What?
Did you have an edible before the show or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, did I tell you I
Carl
was-
says
I
you
was
have killer
dating-
material for 1930. Yeah.
Did I tell you I was dating? Did I tell you I
Yeah.
was dating a woman from Greece?
I wish we had people on the show we're dating. There'd be some funny stories.
Yeah.
You're all like married.
The movie. She's
Oh.
95 years old. Yeah.
Nice. Well, Grease 2 is also, I grew up with Grease 2, not Grease 1, so I really don't know about Grease 1.
What?
Yeah, I haven't really.
I
Olivia
feel like
Newton-John.
playing that game, Senua. I feel like my brain's
Yeah,
just being split
John is
like
the
10
other
different
voice.
directions right now.
What?
You're
John
like
Beck
the
wants to know
annoying
if you're
voice
getting
in
your
my
jokes
head.
from Larry King. Yeah. All right, I think I should just force us along here.
Please.
So
Please
go
push
support us,
forward.
videogameoutsiders.com. Join our Discord. Congrats to the winners of E-Rising. We picked 2 last week. And tonight, like I said, Hellblade 2 review. Too many hells and divers and things like that. And Hellblade and Stellar Blade. Hellblade, Stellar Divers. There's too much shit going on in all these games. Are we ready to move on, or do you want to talk about games?
Divers
John, you didn't
2.
even do your intro. You're just sitting there like gaga goo-gooing, like making no sense.
Goo-goo.
Yeah, you're just like, you're just going gaga, gaga, gaga. Did you have an edible?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, totes.
Not
Okay,
at all.
totes. You know what word I want to go the fuck away? Banger.
Totes?
Every fucking other review in this shitty Hellblade game, spoiler
Banger.
alert, is what a banger of a studio and a banger of a game.
Oh my God.
Banger.
Go fuck
Well,
yourself.
because they're activists now.
Okay?
They have to make sure
Yeah.
the studio
Don't.
stays open.
Gotta
No.
use big words. It's a
Yeah.
banger. It's a real banger. And I know some of you people use it. I've seen it. I want you to stop. It's worse than Vibe. Okay, John? You've got to stop with Vibe. You've got half our listeners saying Vibe now.
Oh, what?
Matt's
I
got
brought
them saying
vibe. I
banger.
brought vibe to the table.
No, John
it was a
brought
banger vibe.
You've been brought banger. John brought Vibe. I brought
I
just
brought Vibe.
yelling.
No,
John
no.
might
You
have
know?
brought
So
banger.
I brought summer vibes.
Summer
Which-
vibes should not be said unless you're
I
a
brought
12-year-old
vibes
girl.
like a good vibe.
Come on now. Summer vibes.
Yeah.
Sounds like a porn star's name.
Yeah, things
Well,
are good. You know, my wife wants to have sex in the back of the car, you know,
Okay.
but she wants me to drive. Things are not good, I tell you.
Okay, that's good. So that's not yours. So where are you getting these from?
What?
Do we have to put like a copyright notice or something on this?
Yeah, I think that's a John original. I think he lived it
What's
in
that?
19...
That's
Yeah.
impressive. I guess a
97.
broken clock is right 2 times a day. Is that what we say?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I went to
or
this
once
really
if it's
bad
digital.
motel. You know,
Fair.
yeah, the
That doesn't
hotel.
make sense.
The
What?
motel stole my towel.
This is
You
your
know, I got
last
home.
joke, so make it good. Go ahead. The motel stole your towel?
Yeah, that's how bad the hotel was. The motel was, yeah.
Okay. You know, I once
Yeah.
brought my own pillowcases to a hotel and sheets and comforter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's no joke
Hey,
to
what
that.
happened?
I don't know. Let's end it like John would. And then my wife is at the door. Why do all these jokes involve the wife? Did you notice that?
Yeah. Well, he always did cheating jokes.
Because he had another
Yeah.
one where like his wife called him from a hotel after sex, but she called you or something.
no.
Oh yeah, that was
no.
John's other thing.
No,
Like, my wife
Michelle.
called me
Yeah.
after sex.
Sorry,
Listen,
go ahead.
my wife decided recently that she wants to talk during sex. She keeps calling me from the
Usually
hotel.
she just zipped it, huh?
Yeah, things
Okay.
are good.
It's
I
a
tell
good
you.
way to make a woman shut up. All right, can we move on?
Yeah, my wife and I we're happy for about 20 years, and then we met. I tell you, things aren't good.
That's good. I like that one. All right. So anyway,
Yeah.
I played a game. Let's move on to our games.
Yeah,
You ready?
things aren't good. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
Michelle.
that's great. Yeah, I know. I can tell. You're unraveling here live on air. And you're bringing us down with you. All right, so yeah, good show.
Listen,
Okay.
listen. I don't listen.
This
things
is a
aren't
gaming
good.
show. If
John,
you're just tuning in for the
fuck's
first
sakes,
time,
John,
by the
it's
way.
9:18.
Listen,
We didn't
18
wrap the
minutes into
voicemail
the
tonight,
show.
I've
Cranky.
been having a hard time lately. I did call like a suicide prevention line.
Okay.
Yeah,
You've
they
done
tried.
work?
They tried talking me into it, but I
Yeah,
things aren't
that would
good.
be
You
me.
know. Yeah.
All right, so I played a game. Can we move
You know,
on? Are we
listen,
good?
I've never been really lucky. You know,
Stop!
listen,
John!
Listen, things are
John,
good.
please,
You know,
I beg of you.
The
Please.
day my ship came in, I was at the airport. You know, things aren't
Right.
good. I tell you. Yeah.
This is retarded. All right, so anyway, I played a game
Yeah.
called Rabbit and Steel. Let's move on. I'm just going to move us
Listen,
on.
listen.
All right, so
my
this was
wife,
a game.
her cooking is so bad
Oh,
that the
God.
flies are fixing the hole in the screens. I tell you.
What? That doesn't
Yeah.
even make any sense.
Do you have control of
What?
the soundboard, Michelle? Do you
I
have any
don't. I
control
can't shut
of
him
the-
up. I've tried. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when I was younger, my dad would carry
soup
around the
was
picture of
this-
the kid in his wall.
I
The
thought you
picture
were
of
going to
the,
say the soup was in my fly, and I was like, "What does that make any sense?"
Rabbit and Steel looks good, Michelle.
Yeah, all right. So
what's
we
this
talked about
about?
Rabbit and Steel. So this is interesting because
Yeah.
it's a game made by one solo developer. It sold 100,000 copies
you know, my
in the
cousin
first
was
week.
kind of gay.
No,
honestly.
John, no, stop it.
Jesus Christ. He's got to stop. I'm not going to continue till he
Listen,
stops.
my cousin, he was a little gay. He went to
Okay.
London
Silence.
to
Let's just
find out that
silence.
Big Ben was a clock. What? Like, he was
thought it was
disappointed.
a- I get it. I get
he
it.
thought it was a guy with a big
Yeah.
dick. You know, like, that's what he thought. He went to London. He's like, "Where's Big? Oh, it's
Oh
a
my
clock.
God, kill
What?
me.
What the?
Yeah, I get it, John. We got it when you told the joke. You don't have to explain it. Like, we
You know,
got it.
When I was
All right,
younger,
I
it was
wanna
horrible
start.
because my mom she
Oh
wouldn't
my
breastfeed
God.
me. Okay.
Right. Yeah, I
She
get
said,
it.
"Yeah, we're only." She said she only liked me as a friend, you know.
Right.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I
Like,
know. I can totally relate. All right,
Yeah.
so let's start off with Rabbit and Steel, a game made by one solo developer. It was pretty popular. It sold 100,000 copies in the first week, and it is a co-op action raiding roguelike. So you can play with your friends. I
What
only
is
played
this?
alone.
Steel?
Rabbit and Steel. It's not a romance novel. Okay, it is interesting. It's basically
It's a
like
Final
an-
Fantasy homage.
Yes.
Is
it's-
this a Daniel Steele novel?
No, it's like an MMO fight reimagined as a
MMO
top-down
fight.
Yeah, like a boss battle in a raid in an MMO or a dungeon, reimagined as a top-down arcade roguelike game. And yes, the music is a bit Final Fantasy 14-esque because there's like cat girls and dragons. So you're gonna, if you played Final Fantasy 14, which I did, you're gonna kind of feel like you're playing in a raid in a different view, different perspective, different stuff. Like, because you're moving around, a lot of stuff on the floor, a lot of stuff in the air. It's a really unique, cool game that one person made that is doing well. And I can see why, because I haven't really played something like this. And so I've been playing a lot and I can only beat it right now on Cute, which is easy. I tried playing on like the
hard?
on the
Now,
standard
what do you
mode.
think about this when they have these
Okay.
these titles?
These names.
Yeah,
I don't mind it. It fits with the game because the game is cute. There's like cute little girls and like cute art and cute music. And it's, like I said, very Final Fantasy 14. but I can't beat the game on normal. And I don't know if it's the character I'm playing, because I kind of want to play as the magician girl. And I've heard like that's like a harder thing to play solo. But I like that I'm having like a hard time with it, and that I've been playing a little bit. It's not just something I played through once and beat. So there's like a bunch of boss battles. You want to learn all the patterns, learn what because you see it the first time, you're like, what the hell is going on? There's so much shit on the screen. So it's pretty cheap. I think it's like $13 or something right now. And you're going to be able to have a lot of fun with friends, especially too, because I know some people that are playing together, and that kind of makes it even cooler because you're picking perks at various points in the game, as some of them will help your team, some of them will help you, and you know your friend can fuck up, and then it kind of screws everything. So there's
Does this game play itself? Is it like a Vampire Survivor type play itself type game?
No, it's extremely active. You fuck up just a tiny little bit, you're a centimeter off. And no, Matt.
So you're controlling all these characters at once?
Well, only yourself. If you're playing alone, it's just you versus the boss. If you're playing with your friends, they control their characters. You control you.
It's multiplayer. That's right. You said
yes. So I'm playing alone, and I'm doing a lot of movement. You can't look down for a second or you're dead. And you're juggling cooldowns and spells, and there's indicators on the screen, and there's, so there's marks everywhere where you should be moving, where you shouldn't be moving, what's happening next when your butterfly is up. And that's just I got a butterfly I can call out on this other character that I just started playing. Yeah, I can call out a butterfly that spits, basically.
A spitting butterfly.
Yeah, it's kind of like a spitting thing. I don't know. He spits balls or she spits balls. But I like Rabbit and Steel a lot. I really do. There's a demo that you can try completely free. If you like it, you should probably buy it. Support the developer. John, I gave you a key. They sent us keys. I was hoping you would try it. I know, but it's very, very cool because it's different and unique and fun.
So
I think
do you think
Steam
this
Deck,
is a good Steam Deck
yeah,
game?
well,
Okay.
because I don't know. John, wait a minute. Hold on.
Spell bars.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on here. Would you play World of Warcraft on a tiny little screen if you had a million add-ons? Because I don't know if you're going to be able to see enough stuff. But you have a TV now. I know.
Are you aware I have a large screen?
You have a deck mode laptop.
TV.
That you created yourself outside. Yeah. He has a TV outside, Matt, now with his Steam Deck, with a keyboard, with a mouse, with a very tiny mouse pad that looks like something for
Shut up, Matt.
a child.
So why do you have a Steam Deck then? If you just recreated a PC gaming setup?
He mailed. Is it piecemealed or piecemealed? Piecemealed. He did a laptop. He created his own desktop. So
Desktop.
Yes. Deck mode. And so John has a whole setup. But yeah, check out Rabbit and Steel. Like I said, very impressed that it just takes a cool, unique idea like this just to feel like you're doing something new. Like I haven't played a game like this before. This is pretty cool. So I might check out their other game. They have another game called Maiden and Spell, which looks way more like less like an MMO fight and just way more like almost like a rhythm game. Like there's a lot of movement. So they kind of did this before, but I may check out their other games now. Okay, so quickly want to talk about Morbid The Lords of Ire. So it's a sequel to a game I didn't play called Morbid the Seven Acolytes. Okay, so it was an isometric game. This one is 3D. It's a smaller team. The game is $20. People are calling it Soulsborne. Okay, and there's a goal: kill the 5 acolytes. But the game for me, it's very rough around the edges. It's very old school, but there's definitely
looks cool though. Like
it's definitely cool, like
a 360 way.
Exactly. If you don't mind playing something that feels old school. Like, even though it's brand new, because of just the smaller team or because of maybe it was a little bit intentional, like it has this very classic older game feeling. I was almost going to say vibe, but I stopped myself.
But like PS3, 360 era.
So there's a cool weapon system with runes. And, I played a little bit. I got to the first boss, like a little too rough around the edges for me personally, but people seem to be kind of liking it. If you play all these typical Souls-like games, or if you're a lot of people mentioned Bloodborne. I can't vouch for that, but it suffered from excessive controller vibration, which some games do. And I want to let you know there is a fix for this. If you can't turn it off in game, you can open up your controller and take the rumbler out. My dad did that once. It was driving him nuts in a game. So like, how do you guys feel about controller vibration? I'm anti-vibration. I think a game should let you turn it off.
I like the vibes.
You like it?
I like
well, here's the thing.
If it matches what's
if
happening
you
on screen,
notice
for
it,
sure.
then it's too much.
It was too much. It was shaking my hands around. They went hard. I don't know.
It should be transparent, and
right.
that's
it.
it.
Should add to the experience, not detract from it. For sure.
Right. I just want the option to turn it off. Maybe it's not the developer vision, as you always say, John, but I feel like I'd like the option.
Like Kmart God of War, to be honest.
Well, it's $20. It's a smaller team.
Wow,
and,
Matt, you've turned into a real
It's not
elitist.
God of War. It's a Souls-like game. So I mean,
but Matt said Kmart God of War.
Well, Kmart is that even
It's like a
alive
Target
still?
God of War.
Bradley's, Caldor,
What?
Sears. What do you mean? What? You've never heard of these places? Is that an East Coast thing?
Kmart. You
I
just
grew up at
ordained
Kmart.
yourself to shop
you grew
at
up
Kmart, John?
What happened?
did.
Your mom was in the back, delivered you in the bathroom?
Oh.
I thought this was your
Michelle, that's not
Oh,
funny.
no, we
Don't
touched
say
a
that about
nerve.
my mom. You know, Michelle, last week I
what?
looked at my family tree.
I thought this was a
You
joke.
know-
I don't know what you're doing
No.
over
Dogs
there.
were using it. You know, things are not good.
Okay, two. Why two? Why not just one pissing on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Sorry, I
worked
had
at
to take a
Kmart.
sip.
But go on.
You worked at Kmart.
I did when I was
All right.
15.
Really? Is that legal?
And I
Is that
got fired.
child labor? You got fired. What did you do?
Chair racing.
Chair racing. Wow,
Yes.
that John Jacobson.
Yeah, we would race office chairs after the store closed in the back aisle.
And they just fired you like that. Not even a warning first?
No, and then I got the job back.
Why?
I don't know. All my friends worked there, and they took me back.
Okay.
That's nice. So you didn't get fired. You just got
No, I got fired. No, I absolutely got
This has
fired.
been your party story.
No. I got fired for chair racing. This is
Okay.
100% true.
Okay.
And then they rehired me.
Yeah,
It was short.
it's good. I've never been fired. You need a job.
I was
first to get
fired just for chair racing. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm glad. I want to make sure you didn't do anything really bad. I was fired because, I stole from Kmart. But yeah, so check out Morbid the Lords of Ire if you don't mind an old school Kmart game, as Matt calls it. Like I said, it's affordable, but people are getting that old. Like some people just don't have a problem with games that feel retro, or they don't even mind retro gaming. Like they kind of like being in that world.
As long as it hits something,
Yeah.
it scratches that itch. Like that game you just talked about. That's not a very graphic intensive game.
Well, Grim, the only job I have right now is VGO, and nobody's firing me because I'm a host. That I'm part owner. So have fun trying to get rid of me, people. I'm not going anywhere. All right. So I did go back and play some older games. For some reason, I've played before, but I felt like playing Binding of Isaac. So I picked up, which I never have picked up the whole bundle. I know you like this game, Matt. I picked up the whole complete bundle. Rebirth, Repentance, Afterbirth. It's like I hadn't had
Do you
all
really
the
need
DLCs.
all that shit, by the way? Because I have
don't know.
Rebirth too.
Dude, it all ties into each
Okay.
other. It all-
I don't know. But
all
would you
interwoven.
really
I don't know what I
if
bought.
what
Steven
you're
bent me
getting
over
with
the
it?
barrel for $50, and it's
Well, that's
the
what I'm
original
saying.
thing was a $5 game, which was Flash, so it's kind of weird with some of the movement. So I'm like, yeah, let me get the Rebirth and all that. And I'm like, okay, might as well just get Afterbirth and Repentance and Afterbirth Plus. And I got it all, John. Do I not need it?
No, you do. Okay, don't
I
listen
don't
to John.
think you do.
I put in 200 hours in this game.
Okay,
The
so
DLC will kick in once you beat the original base
Okay,
game, and
I
then
was wondering.
everything changes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the point I was trying to make because I have Rebirth and I think the original one on the Switch that doesn't have Rebirth.
Afterbirth, Rebirth, Repentance.
I don't know, and
think-
I bought like
Afterbirth Plus.
Oh
Yep.
my god, I don't even know which one I have.
Well, I kind of got addicted. I've talked about, we've both talked about this game before, Matt, but it's really kind of like simplistic and
I talked
cool-
about this shit too. Calm
Right.
down.
I know you have, but you've always shit on this game. You thought it was like basic
it
bitch
every
shit.
time.
You don't recognize like the coolness
Yeah.
of it and like
The coolness
depth.
of what? This guy in his
The depth of
basement
it.
and his
This game
mom
is-
this
is
was
mad
very
at him.
early
Played
on
for
was a
4
Flash
years and
game. It was
never
one of the
failed.
first like actual like dungeon roguelikes where you could do stuff like this.
I'm
Like,
sure it was like a
the art
Newsground
design, the
game or
music,
something.
like everything is like just different in this game. Like it kind of set a tone and paved the way for a lot of things, John. Like how much did you play? Have you beat the game? Have you played?
Binding of Isaac demo. So it was on Newsground. I was right.
At the time, procedurally generated like
Exactly.
dungeon roguelike was not something that was happening a lot, and this was a weird game. For
No,
people
but
to get
I
used to.
do listen. This game really simple gameplay. Fine. I played a bunch on my Switch more than anything. But like, does it get a lot of street cred because his mom hates him and he's in a basement locked up?
There
No.
are some, like-
You know how you like Vampire Survivors because like you can just have an amazing run where you're just obliterating
Yeah.
entire rooms. That's
Yeah.
Isaac. Like every run is completely different, but you can just.
I get
I'm a
it.
super
Listen,
god by the
there's
end of
no
it.
doubt it was one of the early rogues, right?
I just want to
Kinda
say that it was very
roguelike.
early, but it holds up.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to say because it'd been a while since I played it. And it holds up. It really does. Even though and you'll start to see a lot of familiar things from newer games in this. And yes, I know it's like a Zelda kind of thing with the bombs and all that. Like, I get it. I get the inspiration from it.
It's like
a lot of
it's like
references, though.
It's the top-down Zelda dungeon.
So somebody saw me playing and they messaged me and they're like, I'm confused. There's so many of these. Which one do I buy? Like, what's the cheapest way to get in? I would say skip the $5 original Binding of Isaac. And if you're going to pick up one, just get Binding of Isaac Rebirth for $15. And then if you like it, you can get the expansions. Matt says you need them. I don't know if you need them. I think for $15.
So that's a good...
Yeah.
If you like it. Because the original game, you could play that for such a long time just to get through everything. And if
but
you're
you might
like,
as well
I'd
spend
like
the
something...
extra 10 to get Rebirth versus Binding.
Jesus Christ.
So for context...
I don't even know what the fuck I own. Because, like, even on the
Here's
Switch...
how you can tell. So
even
once
on the
Michelle
Switch,
gets to a
there's
certain
bunch
point
of version. Yeah.
in Binding of Isaac, when she beats a certain boss, then you have a chance at the end of every level to take a different door that goes to a different type of environment. So if you have the DLC... It starts from like level 1. You take a totally different path and different bosses and different secrets. So that's how you tell if you have the DLC.
Okay.
No, I mean, I have DLC, but I have a version on the Switch and a version on Steam. And I've really only played the Switch one, and I think I have Afterbirth Plus.
But John, you were asking like, oh yeah, I like it. And John was asking like, oh, is it just kind of because his mother hates him? And I think...
Yeah.
There is a bit of that going on with some people. They kind of connect with the character and just feeling like low or something. But it is a good game to play when you're depressed. It'll kind of make you laugh. Like, it's dark.
It's a dark game.
I think it's dark.
It's only dark. It's only dark during the cutscenes.
No, there's poopy everywhere.
Well, you're playing
that's
fetuses
silly.
and like aborted baby.
It's dark, but in a silly way that I kind of find amusing. You know, like there's like poop and there's like weird things. Like everything you see, like every boss, you're like, huh, that's kind of creative or cute. Maybe not cute, but you know what I'm saying. So yeah, check out Binding if you haven't, because a lot of people are still like you, John. They're kind of like, what do I even own? Which one have I played? Do I need it all?
Yeah, I bought this game twice, and I've barely played it on the Steam Deck. I did over the weekend because you were, but only for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
were you trying to copy me? Or
I was trying to copy you. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, let's just... All right. And also, I did...
No,
Valheim...
you were playing it, and I'm like, I haven't played that in a while. Let me just check it out on the Steam Deck. Yeah, it's a good twin stick shooter, whatever.
It's still one of my favorite games, like top 5.
Yeah, it should be respected. It's a cool game. So, then also really briefly, I did play a little of Valheim because Ashlands came out. It wasn't early access or on the PTR. Now it's fully out. I'm not going to probably get to it because honestly, it's so much. It's a new end zone, I think, end game zone. And it would take so much to get back to that. But I did enjoy just kind of turning on Valheim, running around. I started over and just did like the first starter stuff. Like I made my little place and I did the first couple of like gear setups and all that stuff. And I just ran around, cut down some trees, listened to the Meadows music. And I do see some people on my friends list returning to Valheim, which is crazy, you know, after all these years and with all these updates. Is it too little too late? Maybe, but there's new people finding the game every day and finding games every day. And it is good to finally see them like doing a very, very meaty update because Valheim was kind of slow on the stuff. Like they didn't just do what some companies did and like hire a bunch of people and start shitting out updates or anything. They kind of didn't really act on it that much and dripped out like Mistlands and now Ashlands. So it is cool though.
Missed the timing.
Yeah, I mean, the first time I played, we didn't even have spell casting or anything. They've added that since Mistlands, I think. And now in Ashlands, there's this whole new other zone with all new stuff. So there's probably so much I missed I'd love to go back to. But once again, getting all those people together again, restarting or even catching it, like it's a lot of work to do something like that. But if you're just entering in, you do want... Valheim was on my pick for my top 5 games. I liked that episode when we did that. Do you guys remember your top 5 games of all time? I wanted to ask you if we could go through them really quickly and then promote that episode for people to listen to. So I remember mine. I think it was Valheim,
Fallout,
World of Warcraft,
Death Stranding was on there.
What else did I pick?
Death Stranding.
I'm blanking right now.
Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, Path of Exile. That's 3. I can't remember my 4th. I remember I picked one from all the genres I liked. But yeah, we did an episode where we picked our 5 games of all time. So if you want to listen to that, search for it on the app. And that's one of the cool things. If you do support us, you get the entire back catalog of 20 years, not just the past like few episodes. So yeah, other than that, I played some Hellblade, which I'm excited to talk about. Maybe wasn't excited to play, honestly, I have to tell you, but I do want to talk about it. And I am just drinking some water with grape Mio.
Meals, deals.
Yeah.
John?
Yeah, I didn't really play a lot. I've been gone.
Game, John. It's gonna suck. Your 10 seconds.
John. It's gonna suck.
You have nothing to talk about.
Yeah, you're worthless.
You're worthless.
Hear from you.
You're worthless.
You have a small cock.
I have a small penis,
Micro penis.
tiny balls.
You pee on your balls.
Big balls, tiny penis.
Micro penis. Big balls.
No, tiny
baby.
balls, tiny penis.
No, you have to. It has to be the swapper. You have to have one or the other. You can't have two of the same.
How did you make children? With
You
that
can't
woman?
have big balls. Why did I just say balls like I was from New Jersey?
Balls.
You can't have big balls. All right, let's not take John down this road. What did you play? What did you do?
I didn't listen. I was doing stuff.
Oh my God.
Call of
What?
Duty.
No, I didn't do that.
Okay, now's the chance where we're going to go back over all those games you said were great, and you're going to keep playing them, and your best new favorite game. So, what about that military game you were playing with Matt the other day? Where
Oh,
you
fantastic.
No,
Fantastic
don't bring
game-
that up
game of
again.
the year.
Don't bring that up again.
Michelle
It's been
knows
3
that that's
times
genuine.
he's talked about it.
Michelle knows that's genuine. Okay.
All right, John, you played a game
Gray
we got a key
Gray-
for, which we were
Gray-
supposed to cover. Why don't you tell us
Great.
about that?
Now listen, Gray Zone. Great game.
I'm sorry, I didn't know it was a thing.
Yeah, it's outstanding.
Yeah, it's a thing. He's into it.
MMO-ish game. 1.0 patch is coming out soon. They're going to and eventually they're going to be adding a day-night cycle. There was a lot of
That's great.
controversy.
Controversy?
Sorry.
Controversy?
Controversy.
Everybody goes, let it
No,
controversy
I like how British
here.
people
Did you just
say
watch
controversy.
New Ghostbusters? Yeah.
No, I'm watching a lot of BBC documentaries. Controversy.
Controversy here. You're watching a lot of...
Controversy. No, okay, so listen, I did try X Defiant tonight before the show.
What's that?
DOA.
Oh, I don't recognize that.
It's Ubisoft's. They're dumping Division and they're banking on Siege and Defiant, basically.
Yeah. So Ubisoft, I think we all kind of agree, at least Michelle and I, that they're done. And so they decided to kill one of their most recognizable franchises at this point, Division, to focus development on this new game, X Defiant, which came out today. It's a free-to-play shooter.
Yeah.
It's kind of a hero
I've
shooter.
heard of those before. Are those a thing? Are people playing those?
It's a hero shooter, I think we're going to call it. You choose people from all of... actually, you choose people from the Division, Michelle.
But they're killing it. That makes no sense. Well, yeah, I guess they'll
What?
be phasing them out.
So you have all these people you choose from Splinter Cell World.
Yeah, but are they really from the world? Because I saw a guy that looked like retarded Sam Fisher. It wasn't him.
No, DedSec. So they have Libertards, the Phantoms,
Okay.
the Echelon, which
It
are
really is called Libertards. It really is. We're not just saying that. Everybody
so
listening.
they have the Libtards, the Phantoms,
Yep.
the Echelon,
Yep.
the
Stop
Cleaners. What?
It's what they're called. Like,
What,
take
is
it up with
Trudeau going to
Ubisoft.
kick your door down, Matt? Is that how you? Is that
Oh
what's going
please!
on there?
Ubisoft is filled with a bunch of fat, pink-haired bitches. They didn't mean that. They just didn't know.
boy.
It's fine.
Matt,
But it's called the Ubitards or the
Libtards. Libertads.
Libertards. Oh, the Libertards. Yeah.
Libertads.
Libertads.
It's the Far Cry people.
Yeah, I know.
So
Do you like the game? Is the shooting good?
I, the shooting's fine. This game is definitely trying to capture the Call of Duty crowd. It's free to play. I think the guns and the weapons and the gunplay remind me of Call of Duty more than anything else, but the gameplay reminds me a lot of like Overwatch or something. What I
Ow.
played.
Just hit my mic.
Oh,
Sorry.
are you okay? What I
No,
played was like
things aren't good.
I didn't play a ton of this. I played it before the show, but I played an escort mission, which is right out of fucking Overwatch, and you basically choose a character from one of these different worlds, the Ubisoft worlds, and each character has its own unique set of ultimates. Like
could be good though.
What?
Yeah, I
Seems
mean that's
good.
the basis of a hero shooter,
idea.
right? With
Yeah.
What do you mean it could be good?
Well,
yeah,
it feels
Mass
like you're
Kills says
down on this
people were
game.
calling
Like
it
I'm
the
reading
COD
it.
killer during the beta.
No
That's right.
fucking
Remember,
way.
John? All
No
of
way.
those articles. It's the COD killer.
No
the COD killer.
fucking way. That's just
Is it good,
wishful
John?
thinking from these people. Okay, listen, what I played, I found I wasn't offended by anything, okay?
Is that the way you review a game? It offends you? What does that
Yeah,
mean?
because the
Defendometer.
listen, the shooting was fine. The movement, the speed was fine.
I don't like that word fine.
It was good enough.
Choose a side.
And it's kind of in the realm right there with everything else that's in this kind of realm. The Warzone, Valorant.
Keep in mind, if you're a new listener, John is a COD bro. He loves COD. He thinks it's the best shooter ever made. He's just
I have my favorites
of reference.
Well, I mean, listen, Counter-Strike was my favorite first, and then probably like Battlefield, and then Call of Duty. So that's me. Those three. And I think this is in the Call of Duty realm. I think they're trying to capture the esport Valorant type people too with this. I just don't see. Do we need this? That's kind of what I'm wondering. Like,
I like the idea.
I don't need
unlike
it.
you guys,
I don't need
like
it.
Ubisoft, but there's a lot of characters I like from Ubisoft's catalog that would be
get
kind
the
of
fuck
fun.
out of here.
I like Ubisoft. What do you
Sam
like
Fisher.
about them? I played.
Okay, honestly,
playing
man, look at the
Splinter Cell
fucking.
and-
Look at the characters to choose from. They're a bunch of faceless, green-haired weirdos. There's no one. There's no one iconic here. You're not playing a
You don't have
mascot.
Sam Fisher in there? I thought you mentioned Sam Fisher.
No, you
He's
have an echelon. You have people from Sam's, division or whatever.
Well, they're saving those guys to sell to you down the road. That's
Probably
why.
a skin for them. Yeah, Sam Fisher
It
skin.
could be.
Speaking
don't
of,
wanna
what the fuck
put
is
the big
Sam
stars.
Fisher?
When you
Where's
think
the
of
latest Splinter Cell
iconic-
game?
When you think of iconic
Ezio?
Ubisoft characters, do you
I
think
like
of
Ezio,
the
but he was the
militia
last
guys from
good
Far Cry?
Guy.
Do you think of the rebels
But that's
from
the
Far
thing. There's
Cry?
no standout. They should have been that villain from Far Cry 3. Like, he's the most iconic
Yeah,
villain,
that
right?
weird cult guy, or was that the other
Yeah.
guy?
I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
Or Gus.
He was really psycho. Voss?
Oh, from the Idaho one, you mean?
No, it was like the jungles, and he was like a
Yeah, I know who he means.
drug lord. You know what I'm talking about. There's classic Ubisoft people. What about Rayman? Is Rayman in it?
Shut up.
No, but that's the thing. There's not any classic people. It's just people from that game. So, like you
That's
said,
what I'm
it'll be
trying
a
to say.
skin
I don't think a rebel from Far Cry is iconic. Like
Right.
that's like
One of the guys who looks like Moby in Division 2 that you shot.
That's
Like
true.
I used to, everyone looks like Moby. Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
said
like,
Rayman. Is Rayman not
I want to be
Ubisoft?
the Far Cry rebel.
Yeah. I
And
really identify
colonialism.
with that guy with a bag of bricks that he's about to throw through Target.
Watch Dogs. The guy from Watch Dogs. Is he in it?
Okay, all right. Let's go
Black
through it. So we
cat
have
guy?
people. We have
Watch
people
Dogs
from
is
Dead.
dead.
We have people from DeadSec, which I believe is Watch
We have
Dogs.
people from
have-
all of their dead shit
DeadSec
games
is
that
Watch
suck
Dogs.
I
now
know.
and aren't going on. Let's just
and then
be real.
we have cleaners, which are from
Yeah.
Division. Okay.
We
Nah,
have
it's
collection
nothing
of
to me.
shit
That's nothing
games,
to me.
shit people, but is the shooting fun? I guess that's all
And by
that's
the way,
gonna
let me
matter,
tell you
right?
about if you choose the cleaners, which are characters from Division, these are former New York City sanitation workers. So that's an
Wonderful.
option.
Finally,
Finally,
I
they're
can play
getting some
former
represent-
sanitation workers.
Right. And these people solve all of their problems with one tool. Fire.
Wrench.
Nice.
Cleaners are damage-dealing specialists.
I don't remember them
packing
doing that.
incendiary rounds alongside hardware like a napalm-spreading drone and an old-fashioned flamethrower.
Who wrote
this?
this?
Crew takes grim pride in their work, while the cleaners
Why are you
may
talking
not
like
be
that?
trained soldiers. They know
No,
how
it's
to
the guy
finish
from
a
Chef
job.
from South Park is
That's
back.
right. Now, excuse. Now, listen here, children.
no, that's the
No,
narrator.
this is narrator.
Purifier.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Yeah.
right. Now, the Phantoms, these ex-ghosts,
Okay.
also known as Shadow Team, offer their training and advanced tech to the highest bidder.
Desmond
Phantom-
from Assassin's Creed. He's a classic.
no Assassin's Creed.
There's no Assassin's Creed whatsoever. They
What
launched
kind
a
of assassin
Ubisoft
sneaking
fighter.
around with guns? I
The
guess you could, if Sam
revolutionaries
Fisher-
of
Yeah, Ninja
Libertad
Yeah, like
value
what?
strength in numbers as they seek to free their Caribbean nation.
I don't think I've
of
learned
Europe.
anything about this game, honestly. I guess Boom in the chat says it's like COD with tactics. Well, I know.
Yeah, Boom's saying I'm not giving this game a shot. I didn't realize how hardcore his love of Call of Duty
He gets
was.
really into everything and then he hates it 2 weeks later. Don't mind him.
That's right, children.
Yeah.
Now listen.
Don't worry about that. He'll come around.
If you want to be the echelon, the
Matt will be like, let's
spies
play
of
this Ubisoft game.
NSA.
Be like, oh, it's my new favorite.
I haven't heard any buzz about it from a lot of people. I know it's maybe doing well
listen,
and people are playing
okay,
it. I don't
I
think any of
don't-
my shooter friends are playing it. So I
I'm
don't
telling
know what that
you,
means.
I'm telling you the truth. What I played doesn't feel like garbage.
Feels a little
but
generic.
I don't need this in my life. I just don't fucking need it. Okay, I'm not playing it. I'm done. Don't push it on me. Okay.
I mean, they're not pushing on you. It's just an offer. You
Okay,
don't have to take
you
it.
are.
You took
I mean-
it. Don't blame them. You took it.
I
Okay.
was asking you to review it without bias. That's all I'm asking.
Like,
No,
John's all-
I did try playing this on my Steam Deck, and apparently the beta played fantastic on the Steam Deck. And then the 1.0 release came out today, and it no longer works because of the anti-cheat shit.
Oh, it's quite curious.
It is. Oh,
Benjamin Button.
it's quite curious.
It's quite curious. Yeah. Not technically alliteration, but I like the way it sounds.
Why is it curious?
Curious.
Well, I mean, it just seems like they don't want it on Steam Deck. We have to we should have a tinfoil hat episode.
Yeah.
I don't know, John. Just weird.
Why don't they want it on there?
Well, because they don't want it to work, all right? They want you to get there. They want to keep you in their ecosystem. They want you to go get their app or whatever, their Ubisoft player. Right? Because then you have to go through weird means to play it.
So BoomTap says Call of Duty doesn't work on the Steam Deck. Yes, I'm aware of that too because of the anti-cheat. But the thing is, when games come out on Steam, and Call of Duty is maybe the exception to some degree, but when a game comes out on Steam, you're almost always guaranteed that it's going to work on Steam Deck at this point. You know,
Yeah.
Call of Duty has this de novo, whatever the fuck, Windows anti-cheat stuff in there, and so does Ubisoft. And so you have to launch the game from fucking Windows. And I do feel like that is an easier option for developers when they don't release on Steam. Right? Because they don't have to consider the Steam Deck.
Well, I'm tired of these people who don't release on Steam. They're annoying.
Yeah, I know. And,
That's
and
probably
the
why
older,
nobody's playing the game that I know.
and the older Call of Duties do work on the Steam Deck, but not multiplayer because of the anti-cheat bullshit. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. If this game worked on Steam Deck, I probably would play it maybe more than I have, and I don't think I'm going to play it ever again. I think I'm a gray zone person at this point. What?
Okay.
What are you laughing at?
Really?
It's just like, who plays shooters on their Steam Deck? Like, oh, I really want to play this competitive FPS on my Steam Deck. Like,
I don't.
know.
I don't.
Doesn't that kill your back though? Like hunching over and like
Oh
getting
my
real
God.
tense. About
I told
a
him,
game?
yeah. He was like,
Do you
I
stress?
What's
have.
that guy?
First of all,
Notre
Matt,
Dame?
you know, I bought a deck TV. You missed this
yeah,
point.
he says I
Oh, I'm
guilted
sorry. You're
him
not
into
actually
buying a television.
using your Steam Deck anymore. That's
no,
right. Sorry.
no, he is using his Steam Deck, but he never
Just
used it.
as a
He has it
outside
docked.
Right.
He brings out a dock and a television and a mouse and a keyboard and a tiny mouse pad.
Right. And also,
the tiniest
listen, guys,
mouse pad you've
if
ever seen.
anyone
But what a great
knows,
portable device this is.
now
Huh?
hang on. I'm looking for the Epson printer drivers for the Steam Deck. If anyone has those,
Okay, you're going to be using this
yeah, because
dot matrix.
can anyone point me in the
You
direction
know when you
of the
used to
Epson?
rip off the sides and eat the paper as a kid? There's little holes in it. I don't know why. Did you ever do
Yeah.
that? Yeah. Did you ever put paper in your mouth?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Isn't that
Probably explains
something
a
normal
lot.
Kids did.
Jared, just so you know, I was playing Steam Deck today with mouse and keyboard. But I'm still looking for those
He's
Epson.
got a setup outside. Jared,
What?
don't you worry. He's got a TV. He's got speakers.
Got it
He's got
all.
a mouse pad. He's got a mouse. He's got a keyboard. He's got a dock. He's got a long
I do.
extension cord.
Surround sound.
You post, yeah,
Probably.
you've posted pictures in our Discord. Check it out on videogameoutsiders.com.
Yeah.
All right, what else? You played
Do you have an
Vigor,
office
right?
chair for
Now, this
outside?
game confuses me. It was
No.
free on console for 5 years.
We're gonna save that.
We can't save it. We have a review
We're
on
going
it tonight.
to save it.
Okay.
We're gonna save it because
Just-
I didn't play enough of it to have any kind
Okay,
of.
just give me your
remote
opinion
up-
because this episode has
No,
been linked
because
to the developers to be
Okay,
heard. So
let
let's
me
talk
talk
about why
about
it's
it.
shit, okay? Sorry,
Okay,
people.
no,
let's talk about why
okay.
it's shit because people are shitting on
What
it
game?
on Steam.
I don't have enough. Listen, I don't.
Well,
no,
it was
I'm
free
not-
on console for 5 years. Yes,
I
this
know,
is our
I-
review. So this is
I-
our review.
I-
This is our
okay.
review. So
Michelle,
talk to me about what you experienced. There's no
Oh my-
requirement on how much you played.
Okay, so I played Vigor on the Xbox. Okay,
Many
And
years
at-
ago.
Bigger.
At the time, it seemed
Yeah.
kind of like a PUBG type game. Okay, and
Right.
that was a long time ago.
Right.
It was when the battle royale thing was taken off, and Vigor was one of the early kind of competitors of that. Right.
Yeah.
And so I spent time with it on Xbox, and over the weekend I literally just booted it up on my PC, and I didn't play a lot. But I don't even know what to tell you about it because I'll say this: when I was in the environment, I'm like, this sucks because I'm actually spoiled now because of Gray Zone and
Right.
the the seemingly endless world that you occupy in Gray Zone. I didn't feel that here. I thought the graphics kind of sucked, and it wasn't very immersive at all.
Yeah, people are
And-
shitting on it. Don't pay for a free to play. We're not
Well,
beta
that's a little
testers because they're
weird,
trying
right?
to charge for it on Steam right now. So if you guys are listening, our recommendation to you, if you want better reviews, just put this out and let them test it. And then
But
if it's finally done, then you can put it out and charge for it.
I mean, the thing is, Vigor was part of the Xbox. What do they call that program with like the
Preview program
indie
or
developers?
something? Yeah.
It was part of that indie developer program. Like I don't remember what they called it exactly. And it was that's right. It was made by DayZ developer, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, that's Vigor. So check that out on Steam. You can play now if you want to
Michelle,
pay
listen,
to support the game.
I did not play that enough to really
that's
have
great. John is irresponsible.
Sir,
and,
listen, I was literally gone all weekend. Okay.
Yeah. It sounds like an excuse. I love how men always have excuses, John. Sorry, I didn't mean to make this a sex thing.
Bearer man. Bears can play
Women
that
have
game.
excuses too.
It's the truth.
Trust me.
Okay.
Yes, I know. I'm just teasing, John. I get it. Thank you for your review. All right, what else did you play?
Things are not good. Listen, I went out to a restaurant last night and
did you order something tasty?
well, my wife's really skinny and the
Should
waiter
feed her
came up
more.
to
What do
me
you-
and said, "Hey, can I take your umbrella, sir?"
That's so stupid. That's really stupid, John. It's also really insulting to your wife. All right. Well, what did you? What else did you play?
I'm offended for her.
Huh?
What else did you play?
Nothing.
Before the gummy kicks in, just what else do you
Yeah,
play,
what
John?
else did you-
Gummies.
He's just naturally brain damaged. Yeah, Cece said John was
Fall
gone
through
all
a
weekend.
chair
If
again.
only he had a portable system he could take with him. No, he doesn't use the Steam Deck like that, Kevin.
Hello?
Well, no,
Hi.
I can't play it when I'm driving. Okay.
All right, so,
No,
John, what are you drinking?
Okay, so Vigor is a PUBG ripoff, which is what I thought about it when I
This is
played
great.
it years ago.
Right.
And but the developer did send us a key, so I didn't pay for it.
Yeah. It's all
X
right.
Defiant. Yeah, I agree that Matt McCarthy and I should probably play. Matt and I did play the X Defiant beta, whatever, a year ago,
Not me.
and it was okay.
No.
But
Okay,
I
so what
really
are you
think though
drinking, John?
any kind of free time we have for gaming is going to be going into Gray Zone. So that's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Good. All right, what are you drinking?
I'm
Done.
drinking a Sam Adams Summer Ale.
That's right.
All right.
All right, Matt, what dumb stuff did you do?
I don't think you're going to call this dumb. And in fact, I'm pretty sure you guys talked about this game already because it is a banger of a
no.
indie darling
Oh, no.
gem. This is a banger
Yeah,
of indie
do
darling
we have to
gem.
cope hard?
Is it going to be a Survivors clone because you shit all over me for talking about Vampire Survivors many years ago and Survivors clones?
And by the way, Matt, is it true going forward that every game you play will be on Xbox Game Pass?
It might be. I've been hitting my crafty box a lot, and I'm going to talk about some craft box games. But first, I want to talk about Animal Well, which I purchased with the fake ID.
Oh, yeah.
You guys
okay, so this is
talked about this game.
Donkey's first published game, Animal Well. It's
This
a
is Donkey's game?
Metroidvania. Yeah, Metroidvania.
Oh my god, I love it that much more.
You
That's
don't
crazy.
even know. First of all, I don't even know who this fucking clown is. But go on.
He's just
hilarious.
a YouTuber.
I
so
find him
he's
hilarious.
He didn't make
is
the
he? I
game.
don't-
He's
I-
producing.
I
Or
really don't know.
What's the
who-
word? Published. First, sorry, not produced. Published game. First published game. So it's got a lot of attention. People like it, but he did send a lot of people to play it and probably give it positive reviews too.
That's
but
fine. I think if John were to pick this up, this would be
Yeah.
his instant deck king because this is a
But I have to
total
tell you,
chill,
man,
directionless, just
I'm-
Metroidvania.
I'm
What do you have
burnt
to tell me,
out
John?
on Metroidvania.
Yeah.
The end. The end.
Okay, then don't. Did you ever get into Silk Song or not Silk Song? What's that
No.
stupid Cocoon? Wow, he's a bug, and he goes through like
Hollow
you know
Knight?
something really weird about
Hollow
this
Knight.
game? I got a lot of weird spam. I got people messaging me on Steam going, "Hello, I was hoping that you would review Animal Well if you haven't heard of it." Donkey's
Yeah,
new.
I told you it was spam, and you
no,
said
that
no.
one
that's
person
spam.
wasn't. I got 3 more after of people like I don't know
Yeah.
why. How would they find me?
So-
They're on my friends list, but there's been some interest or some fake interest. Matt, I don't know if it's true. Tell me,
definitely
is it
some
worth the hype?
marketing.
Yeah,
I think it's a really interesting game because it is a game where you just wander aimlessly
Mm-hmm.
until you find a tool that you can now apply to all places that you've been. This thing is just dripping in secrets. Every
boy,
room,
dripping.
every
Dripping
room
in
has a different
secrets.
Dripping in
thing to
secrets.
discover.
This is
you
in front
get a
of a Danielle
flute at
Steele
one
novel.
point. You get a flute
Yeah,
like Ocarina of
this is
Time,
like
and
a
the
woman
different
with
things
a
that you.
bottle of
Jonathan,
wine
shut
she
up!
hid in
This is
her house.
Yeah, she's got a
My
secret. She has a
dripping-
cock. Which
Yeah, yeah. I hide my Merlot in the closet. I'm dripping with secrets.
You don't
that
want
what
to
this
with
is?
secrets. They're never good. They're not too good. You know about them. All right, sorry, continue.
Judy,
Animal Well.
what is
Yeah.
this bottle of wine in the closet? I'm
Yeah.
dripping in secrets. Do you understand?
Yeah, that's not
Hey,
good.
Judy,
You don't want to stick your dick in crazy,
get the
Matt.
belt, Judy. I'm dripping in
No
secrets.
wire hangers. Matt, Animal
Matt,
Well.
is this
Hey.
what you're
Is
playing?
it good?
A spousal
I'm
abuse
trying to talk
alcoholic
about
game?
it, but
Good
Yeah.
job, pal.
no. Can I honestly talk about the game that I play? Because I think this is a really fun game, and I think you'd like it. It's
Good. Talk about it.
It's
No,
one of
talk
those-
about it.
Yeah.
It's heavy on exploration,
Good.
Matt,
heavy
it's a
on like different
Metroid. You were
rooms.
describing a Metroidvania. Okay, go on. What sets it apart?
Just the creativity that goes on, and the
Okay,
different
you're
types of puzzles that you.
describing
John, let me
a
talk,
video
please,
game.
for the love of
Okay,
God.
go ahead. Matt, you're muffled.
Okay,
Calm down.
Okay, so
John,
let me
shut
get
up.
this.
It's his
Let me
time.
get this straight.
Oh my God.
It's
John,
creative.
seriously,
Whoa,
please let me
really?
talk about this game.
Wow.
At least he played a game, unlike you, doesn't even play the games we
Yeah.
get keys for. Okay, continue, Matt. Animal Well. There's a lot of hype about this game. Is it worth it?
Did you get a key for this, Matt?
No, I paid for this game,
So let him
which is
review
why I'd
it.
like to talk about
Is
it
it
a little
dripping in
more in
secrets?
depth.
It's dripping.
This is a game, so there, as an example, at one point you get a UV light, and now you're going to go back through
You're
all
looking
the
for
environments
jizz.
and yeah, you're going to look for hotel sheets, and you're also going to
wanna
find
make
like
a game
different
like
new
that.
codes and stuff that you can apply in different
Right.
situations.
Michelle, we
You've
should
got
make a game
flute, you're
called Hotel
John,
Room
for
Bed.
fuck's sakes,
Yeah,
you got to let me
Luminol.
get through this.
I'm going to
please.
make a game called Luminol. Some people know what that is. All right, continue.
No.
Do you know
Hotel
what
Room
Luminol
Queen.
is? They sprayed at crime scenes to see blood, John. Okay? Did you grow up watching Discovery? I did.
Okay,
Matt,
but
Animal
just so
Well.
you know, that Luminol
Just keep
stuff.
I'm
talking
trying,
over
Michelle,
him.
but-
Keep talking
Michelle,
over him.
do you
No,
understand
black
what-
light for Luminol.
Okay,
I get it, John.
when you
Continue,
use
Matt.
Luminol, it will amplify blood
Right.
that's not there though, and make
Right.
and people have gotten convicted because of that stuff.
I know.
Okay.
All right, Matt, continue.
All right. So you're all dropping these words,
I know.
and people
I
have
do
gone to
like
jail
drop
because
a
of this
word.
stuff.
Good. Matt,
You're happy with
continue.
that?
Yeah, Law and Order.
Thanks, Michelle.
All right, Matt. Okay, so this game's creative. Next.
So this game, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to talk about it. It is
Don't
a
let him beat
really
you.
special game.
What?
No,
Are you
I'm,
jumping around? What is the gameplay? I honestly don't know. Are you jumping? Is it platforming? Are you just
you
walking?
play as a little just a little blob, but as you progress, you get different abilities, different things that are going to
What,
help
like
you manipulate
arms?
the environments in different ways. At one point, like these statues that you just thought were like animals, you play your flute in a different way, and they help you in a new, interesting gameplay mechanic, and it becomes something that there's
Legs?
a whole other vast amount of rooms on top of this place that I haven't explored yet. So it's just something really special. Like there's a lot of interesting ideas.
Okay,
in this
as
one
someone
movie.
that's become Metroidvania jaded,
Well,
what is
Crafty
this
says
bringing?
it's cool. It's a puzzle game more than a Metroidvania. So there you
Right.
go, more puzzle aspects.
Oh.
The Metroidvania is only in that you collect items that you do want to go back and use on places that you've already been
Old
to
school
discover
says
more
it's
secrets.
like a
boring.
jizz light.
Yeah, Jizzlight. That's the name of my new game.
Well, it's not. Yeah, it's not a Contra. You're not going to be shooting a ton of shit, but you are going to be solving some really cool puzzles.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to get deeper, you go online. You find out that there's a whole meta puzzle that you need 20 people to solve, and then there's like different layers
Online.
upon layers.
That sounds like you're cheating.
I am.
Matt, are
Okay,
you going to
well,
Game Facts?
It's all right. I run Wiimods sometimes.
Are you printing text documents
What are you talking about?
at Game Facts?
Yeah.
What?
I used to.
Remember the
Okay,
old,
I
the,
played-
old the old FAQs were like text documents. Remember with all the ASCII art and all that?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
how I got through like all of my games back then. Is Game Facts. Just reading those stupid ASCII art pieces of poop.
I know.
So
Okay,
Walker
I
says
played-
it's not boring. It's a game you need to figure out. All right, so good. High praise for the puzzles. All right, so what
Steve
else did you play?
says it is overwhelmingly positive.
It is.
Yeah.
It's great.
So why is it called Animal Well? Is this like Orwellian?
You're a character in a well full of animals and puzzles, and that's part of the appeal of the game. There's zero instruction. You just you hatch, and you got to figure out what you have to do.
hatch?
You got to figure out. Yeah, you hatch out of this flower, hatch, grow, pop.
Flower?
Maybe you're, yeah.
That doesn't make any sense, man. A flower
And depending on
would have a
We're just
piston.
assholes. Like your pollen, your spout. I don't know who the character is, but maybe
But if
that's
you're
part of the mystery. Maybe I got to keep playing.
Okay.
Anyways, okay, I'm gonna go to my Craftbox games because I played two really good ones. Chance of Senna. You guys are going to completely poo-poo this, but I don't care.
Chance of Senna? Is that like an STD? Let me look this up.
Chance. CHNTS of SENNA.
Oh, Chance. Okay. Chance of Senna.
This is a game I expected to really get annoyed and hate. I'm like, I'm just going to give it a shot. It's free. It's new. I ended up spending like a lot of my Saturday on this game. The plot is that you wake up in this weird like Egyptian type setting, like ancient Egypt. I don't know. I'm going to probably offend people by saying that. And you walk around and you don't understand the language. You can't understand a single thing that's going on. And through like searching the environment, through like logic puzzles, you start to be like, that symbol means he, and that guy's asking me to follow him. So you start putting together the language and solving the things that are going on around you. So suddenly the world makes a ton more sense. You're finding mini games to play. It's really interesting. Chance of Senna.
Okay, yeah, there's a demo on Steam too. People want to try it.
Yeah, it's also free on Game Pass. So
Free.
It's such a
Be
weird,
careful with that word.
different type of game.
With what word?
Free. People get mad when we say that. Free on Game Pass. It's not free because you paid for Game Pass. Sorry, it's on
included
Game
with
Pass.
subscription. Yeah.
No, that's
It
too
is
wordy.
included with subscription.
Matt, say included with subscription.
It's included with my subscription.
IWS.
It's an Ews
It's
game.
Ews.
Okay,
On Game Pass. OGP.
why didn't you guys tell me about this game?
Which one?
This game has been out a few years. It is
Vampire
for
Matt,
me
you seem a little under the weather. Are you okay? Are you
He's
smoking?
coughing.
yeah,
a little bit.
I've got a cough.
Are you?
That's all right. Well,
are
we appreciate you,
What's going
sticking
on?
out.
A little too much of the
Too much of the chewy
a
tobacco.
little too 420 going on over
no,
there.
actually, infection from that dental surgery, but that's a whole other thing.
Still? My goodness. Okay.
Was your dentist Greek?
It's effed up.
Yeah.
So behind one tiny bit under It Takes Two, which is my
Was he
favorite
Greek?
co-op
You can
experience.
answer the question.
John, nobody knows your Greek dentist story from 15 years ago. Maybe 10 of our listeners left. Remember that. It was great.
I'm just
but
asking Matt if his
I don't know. He's not Greek. He's not.
He's probably Canadian.
Polish.
Canadian, John. They usually have, what, French or English roots?
No, how
No,
dare
not
you?
now. It's a lot
Not
of
now? Oh.
East Indian roots.
All right.
A ton of like. He was Egyptian, I think. No, if he heard that, he'd probably be insulted.
Did he have an ankh?
Look, okay.
Why would you just say he was Egypt? Would he have a little swirl on the corner of his
Did
eye?
he have
What
an
are you trying to
ankh or
say?
something? What did he have? You know, listen, I Friday night I went off.
He floated into the room. He
Yeah.
has big giant staff.
Yeah, he had
Now
a tomb
listen,
in the corner.
I have
What
to
are
ask
what
you
are
guys a serious question because Friday
Yeah.
night I went out for dinner.
Right.
I had baked cod
Oh, my
and
God.
what?
You and
and-
your cod. You're really in touch with your Norwegian side.
I love baked cod.
Okay.
So I'm eating baked cod, and at the place they have some TVs. It's like a kind of a sportsy bar.
I just want to let you know we're in the middle of Matt's 10-second spot. He was about to say, "Why'd you guys tell me about this game?" You're talking about baked cod.
Okay, so I'm eating baked cod, and I noticed on the TV in the restaurant that they're showing The Mummy, and I realized I never saw this movie. Is this worth watching? Because it looked really bad, but I was intrigued so hard.
With
Who
Brendan
the fuck
Fraser.
plays the
It's not
mummy at a
bad.
restaurant? Let's go back to that. When you're stuck on an airplane.
No,
Nobody
it was like
plays the mummy.
It was like a sports bar or something.
Okay.
but why? But I was so intrigued by The
No,
Mummy.
Sean, this is
Brendan
bullshit. I
Fraser's-
was in the middle talking about a game.
this is
No
not
one
a good enough
cares about your
story.
fucking.
Like I thought this
Stop
was
it.
But
This
Matt,
is dumb. No
I
one
want-
cares about
I
the story,
want-
John.
Brendan Fraser.
No one. Zero people care
Okay,
about what you
Matt,
bought
listen,
while
I'm
watching
talking-
The Mummy.
Matt, I'm talking to you. Okay, I was eating.
No, I'm
baked-
talking to
This is
you. I was
time
about.
and
I was in the
place.
middle
He
of
was setting
building
up
up.
a game. Yeah.
I was setting up a game.
Is
So,
it Vampire
I-
Survivors?
No,
Is that
John,
what you
do
were gonna
not
say?
step over me anymore.
Matt,
Please.
Matt, listen, I'm directing this at you. This is a simple question. Should
John, I am
should
legit getting
Should I
upset. I'm
watch?
legit getting
Matt,
upset.
should I watch The Mummy?
I played these games so I could talk about it.
Should
I'm
I
getting
watch-
So Matt,
zero
okay,
opportunity
were you
to talk
setting up
about them.
Vampire Survivors? Just
I'm
ignore
gonna,
it.
No, I'm not.
Listen, I'm
Okay,
going to
so
give you a
what
minute.
game
Don't worry.
did we
Don't
tell
worry.
you
I'm gonna-
about?
you're gonna
John,
talk.
I'm
gonna let you talk.
I swear to
but
God,
just,
please
But
stop.
just tell me,
Please.
should I watch
Please,
The
John,
Mummy?
I'm not
This
playing
is a
along.
question for Matt.
No, John, it is so rude. You've talked through every single one of my games. You have
Okay.
not. I played Animal World excited to come on and sell you on it, and you did not give me a chance. And now I'm telling you,
But John is
Matt.
annoying. You just have to yell over him like I do and put him in his place.
But, Matt,
You're
just-
partially. But John, shut
I'm-
the fuck
and you're
up and let
going
him
on.
finish.
You're going on with it.
Yeah.
I'm legit.
You
I'm
can't-
legit getting
anyone
upset.
tell me
You
if I
can't
should
I'm
watch
done.
treat
the
him with
mummy?
logic and niceness. It doesn't work. You have to be an asshole back. It's the only way. So you
I'm
can't
sim-
I
say,
don't.
please, John.
I've got
I'm
enough in my
Canadian, be
life. I
nice.
don't want to come on and scream at you every time.
Exactly. He's not
About
having
the
fun, John. So
This
stop.
is so benign what I'm asking.
But
This
he
is
doesn't
stressful for
care.
me right now.
It's stressful
I'm gonna
for him.
leave.
So
I'm gonna
it
leave.
takes
I'm
two to
legit.
tango.
This is not a joke.
If you
Matt.
can't troll,
Okay.
you
John,
can't
I'm
troll
legit
people
gonna
who
go
like
if
it.
you
He's
keep
Let me
upset.
talk to
All right, so
Matt
I want
one-on-one.
Matt
John,
here
I'm
for a
legit gonna
Hellblade
go.
review. John,
Matt,
stop.
I just answer the question. Should I watch The Mummy?
No. There you go. I answered for you.
I want Matt's opinion, though.
Well, we brought Matt on to talk about Hellblade and the games he played, not to talk about the Mummy. So
But
I was
Matt
curious
brought up the
what game
Egyptian
Matt
stuff.
brought.
Don't blame
Matt
me
said,
for
why did we
this."
tell him about this game? So I didn't know if he was talking about Vampire Survivors.
I think Matt's gone.
Well, he asked you to stop and you didn't.
I just want to know if I should watch The Mummy after hearing about
Now we don't have
Chance
Matt
of
for a
Sinar.
fucking Hellblade review, John.
I don't think he's gone. Matt, are you really gone?
Maybe he got up because you're annoying him. You annoy me a lot.
Matt? All right, I really wanted to hear about Matt's games. I don't know what happened here.
Are we done?
You know, all right,
good?
good. I think
Okay,
we're good.
but Matt, only
John,
you can
I
tell me.
seriously-
I
Can
just
you
want you
mute
to
him?
tell me
Matt,
if
I have
I
an
should
idea.
watch.
Matt, mute him.
John, shut the
See
fuck
that
up.
little mute button on the left? Just hit it and talk.
Okay,
Just hit it and
all
talk. Mute John.
No, 'cause
I
I, want
don't
to talk
think-
to you. I don't want to have to do that to get through my thing.
Okay,
John,
John,
can have
shut
a
the
little
fuck
fucking
up.
respect
Seriously.
and let me do my thing.
Let him talk, and then you can go crazy after. We'll give you a little John
Because
time.
John, I was pumped. I played games. I was
Good.
excited
And-
to come on.
But
Yeah, because
okay,
Animal
Matt,
Well is
you-
and you
actually
were
something
talking
people
through
asked
every
us
single
about.
one of them.
But you
I brought
mentioned
substance
this
besides
Chance
you.
of
You did not
Sinar.
bring
Yeah.
substance. I
I
brought
did.
something
There's
to
no
talk about other
substance.
than the same
That's right.
joke for 20 minutes.
That's
I
right.
have
So-
I have
Why
superficial.
don't you shut the fuck
Shut
up
up.
and let me actually do a
John.
video game podcast
That's right.
that
That's
you
right.
asked me to come on and do?
Yeah. Animal Well's a huge game. People asked us about it. Like, it's a good review. It's a good topic. You're talking
It's
over
all
that.
over
Now
the
you're
place.
talking over this.
Everyone's-
Yeah, it's annoying.
Should
It's
I
not
see the
fun,
movie?
Homeless says. It's not fun. Okay? See?
Things
now you're
are not
upsetting
good
our
here.
listeners. Things
All
are not
right,
good.
you know what?
All right, so
here's what-
Matt,
okay,
what's the
I'm-
game that your Matt
Matt-
told you about? What happened over there with the craft box?
I gotta calm down. I can't.
Just calm down. Don't take
Because
John
I asked
seriously.
about fucking
just tell him
the
to shut up
mummy?
and keep
I
talking.
know, but it's super. It's so fucking annoying because
Well, I know.
like,
I know. He's the most
I'm
annoying
totally
person I
deflated
know.
now.
I understand.
I'm totally deflated right now. Like
Don't
I
let
was
him get to you.
excited to talk about these games. Now I feel like I'm just pushing myself through it because like I
Well,
asked nicely.
Yeah, but you can't
For
use
you to
niceness
shut
with
the fuck
John.
up.
You can't ask a troll to shut up. They'll double down when they see
I'm
they're
not
annoying you.
I know, but I'm
Trolling.
not going to change myself
It's-
because
it's-
John's
it's-
going to raise me to that level.
He can't
I'm asking
change
John.
himself.
It's like,
He's just
I'm
annoying.
simply asking. Okay, you played.
You're
a game
doing the shtick still. Stop doing
No,
the fucking
you played
shtick.
a game that took
John.
place in Egypt. It reminded me about the Mummy, which I saw.
Right, but
and
you
I'm
could ask
asking
him
the
when he's
question:
done. You can say
should
when he's
I
done,
see
"Hey."
the movie Mummy?
I'm
And
wait,
I
if
was-
you ask that question one more time, I
He's
swear to
sensitive
God,
about
I'm
this
done. I
topic,
swear to
John.
God, I'm
Like-
not even joking coming back.
Maybe.
But I
all right.
but the
So
thing is,
Matt, just ignore
I'm-
him and start talking about the game. That's what I do, and then he'll shut
I'm
up.
not. I'm no. I'm not.
Okay,
doing it.
so
No,
John, he
we'll
wants
talk
your
about
respect.
Hellblade, I guess.
No,
You
but
wanna
I just
talk
want to be able to do what I come on to do.
But I
Like,
respect
what's the
Matt's
point of me
opinion
coming on
about
if you're
the
just going to
Mummy.
talk over
I thought
me?
Matt would have a good opinion about the Mummy. Is what I thought.
Are you
do you wanna
still
talk
doing the
about
shtick,
Hellblade?
John? I'm talking to
It's
you
not
seriously.
shtick.
Stop
I'm
it.
telling you the truth. I thought
All
you
right,
would maybe
I'm done.
have.
I'm legit. I'm
See, maybe he's just not in the mood. Like another day, he would have laughed and said, "Hey, the Mummy." Blah blah. Maybe he's not in the mood. Maybe he's sick. Maybe he just wants to talk about his games. Like it's his time. Let him talk about them. People want to hear Matt's take, John.
He really left. He's really gone.
I mean, some people like.
I was just asking about the Mummy.
I
It's- it's a-
understand, but he said
He talked-
he's got too much to get through. I mean, Matt was supposed to be on, supposed to give us his Hellblade review. Yeah, but he wasn't enjoying it, John. He didn't have a sense of humor with it. So if that's the case, then to get the show moving along, you need to drop what you're doing and continue along. I feel like
All right,
I'm
hang
not
on, hang-
doing
hang on,
therapy.
hang on,
you need
hang
to
on a second.
apologize.
Well, he's not here to apologize. I'm going to call him.
Okay. Well, you're going to call him. I know what you're going to do. You're going to pull him in and you're going to start talking about the fucking Mummy again.
No, okay. it was an honest question. I just wanted
get it,
to
but
know
like
about
not
the mummy.
everybody.
Like it was. There was nothing malicious about it.
I understand, but you know,
All
Matt
right.
is a different person than we are. He doesn't necessarily laugh at everything.
There was nothing.
He wanted to do his part. So
I'm telling you, there was nothing mean about it.
well, you've made our listeners lose out on Matt's take on Hellblade. I would, yeah. So I would text him and say, I'm sorry if you'd like to join us for the Hellblade review.
Oh my God. This
yeah.
is unbelievable.
John, you know, now Matt's not going to want to come back because you're being a dick. And he, you know, we're
the thing
looking
is,
for a replacement host. If you're out there listening and you think you can stand up to John and, you know,
no, listen, it's,
we're going to have to,
I honestly thought Matt would have something good to say about the mummy. Like that was what I was looking for.
I would say, look, it's not fun if somebody's actually getting upset. Okay. Now, do I think they should actually get upset? No, but it's still not fun or good if someone's actually getting upset. So you should apologize and you should say, you know, come on and talk about the game.
I'm texting him.
Yeah. And then
I'm saying, come back. Sorry. I thought you were going to like the mummy. I thought he was going to like the mummy topic. Listen, it seemed like a movie that I thought maybe he would like. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm Switzerland here. Okay. I understand both sides. I think that Matt wanted to talk about his games and he doesn't want to change who he is he thinks he can ask nicely and you'll be nice back. That's not how you work. So, you know, but but in your defense, like lighten up. It's a podcast. There's no rules. It's a shtick. Have fun. So I understand.
All right,
both
he's going to
sides.
come back.
Good. And be good. Don't be an asshole.
Okay.
Fuck.
I'm not going to. I wasn't. Okay, there was nothing
John, he asked
malicious
you to stop and
or
you didn't.
mean.
So that's the end of the story. If
So
somebody
I can't
says,
talk
"Can you do
about
this
a
for me?"
beloved Brendan Fraser
No,
movie.
you can't.
The guy that
Not
did
unless
the
it's
whale.
the whale. That might have got him. The whale might have got him. All right, not the mummy. The mummy's a sensitive
Encino
thing.
Man
We don't know.
was pretty good with Pauly Shore.
Yep.
What?
Just let him fucking do
Listen,
his sentence and then be an asshole.
Michelle,
That's so fucking hard for you.
Michelle, I was
John.
eating baked cod, and this movie was on the TV, and I was
Right.
so intrigued by it, and I
Okay.
realized I never saw this movie. It looked
What I
horrible.
want you to
it looked
do-
campy, but I was wondering, is there charm in there because of it? And I thought
don't-
Matt would be qualified to talk about the campiness. Okay, that seems like something he
But
would
he's
like.
not interested in it right now, so you're going to drop the topic, get it out of your brain, and move on to let him talk, and then you can ask him later at the end of the show.
There's nothing dickiness about me asking about the mummy.
But he didn't want to talk about it then. He had his plan of what he wanted to do, and he asked
didn't
you
want
to stop.
talk about the mummy when you wanted to talk about the mummy. This is.
Okay.
Am I going to shrink? What is this?
Yes, because both of you need
okay.
one. Because you're fighting in a podcast about the mummy. All right? The mummy.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you, don't watch it.
Can someone tell me if the mummy is good?
The Mummy
Is
is
it
an
worth-
action-adventure film that combines elements of horror and comedy. It follows the story of an ancient Egyptian curse.
Yes.
But we're waiting
the
for
thing
Matt.
is,
How do you know Matt's
I'm-
coming back? Did he say he
He
would?
told me. He told me is. So.
Okay.
You know, I have to admit, I'm kind of into this Egypt stuff right now.
Sure, I
And
know.
so-
You've been watching a lot of Graham Hancock, right?
Yes, and
He's
also
getting you
Magical Egypt, which is a great series.
Have you watched
It's
Ancient
on-
Aliens yet?
No, I've never seen that.
Okay.
I know there's a
Yeah, you
guy
should
with
get
big
into
hair.
that.
I never
Yeah.
understood the guy with the big hair and
Right.
the memes that are made
No, I
out of
kind of
him.
think Graham Hancock's insane. I'm just going to tell you.
Well, if you listen
He's a
to
little
Joe
pretentious
Rogan,
and insane.
I actually like him because if you listen
Yeah,
to,
but
you
he's
should
selling.
li-
He just says shit
There's
behind
an-
your back up. But it is interesting, right?
there's an Indiana Jones dork
Sure.
that Joe has on with him.
Right.
Did you see that?
I've seen it, and I know about the LiDAR
Or
and
they
all the
debate.
stuff, and there are finding things. And
Yeah.
you know, obviously, when you're breaking convention, there's always pushback. You know, but he's going on. Well, there's water lines on the side of the thing, and this is that. Like, we don't know shit.
15,000 years
Joe's
old.
fucking insane. He's going there humming, and they're rising the stones in the air. Maybe we went down a different technology tree. Give me a break, Joe. Okay, stick to what you know. You can commentate on the MMA fight and tell some shitty jokes, but you don't know anything about what the Egyptians did. We know how they did it. Okay, we've seen how they did it.
How do they do it?
They show
What?
pictures of the stones on the fucking things where they had 10,000 slaves doing it over fucking 10,000 years. We know how they fucking did it. Okay, they didn't hum at it and make the fucking thing
Right.
float in the air. All right, we can
Yeah.
understand quantum mechanics. We can't understand how the fuck they got a rock on a thing. Okay, don't get me started. Where's Matt? Let's get him in here. Let's talk about the Mummy.
Now, The Mummy
Let's talk about
is
The
a
Mummy Outsiders.
1999 adventure action movie.
What about
It
that?
has this-
What have you seen the Tom Cruise movie that takes place in Egypt?
No.
You should check that out. I forget which one it is. Which one is it? You know, I'm 1% Egyptian, so I can shit on Egyptians. Came up in my DNA. All right.
That was just called The Mummy.
Oh, is it the Mummy? Is that the one?
Yeah.
The Tom Cruise one?
Yeah.
The Tom Cruise one is so bad. There's
Okay,
spiders
so
that come
Tom
out of the
Cruise
thing.
he's in the reboot of The Mummy.
Is that what it is? It was so
Yeah.
bad. But I'm telling you, you might get into it. I know you love
Yeah.
the
mummies.
Da Vinci Code and all the weird
I
things and all the
love-
campiness and all that. Yeah.
I love Da Vinci Code. I
So
like.
maybe you could kinda get into
I like
it.
the Nicolas
all right, Matt's
Cage.
back. Listen to me.
All right, all right.
Stop talking about the Mummy. The Mummy does
Hey,
not
everyone!
exist.
We got a guest coming out
We
and
got a
talk about
guest
the
here
hot
talking about
games of the
some
week.
games of the week.
Hot games
Matt
of the week.
Bradford, thank you for joining us. Former
Hey,
Games
Matt,
Radar,
hot
current
games of the
voice
week.
actor.
Hot games
Welcome,
of the week.
welcome.
Hi, how's it going?
Hi.
Matt
So
Bradford.
Matt's
what did
coming
you
in
play?
here to talk about the hot games of the week. Matt,
That's right.
listen,
Bringing stuff to the
we've-
table, unlike some
we've
of
been
our
waiting,
hosts.
We've been waiting for this segment.
We
Matt,
have.
what
Thank you
are
for
the hot
rejoining
games
us.
of the
What's
week?
going on out there?
Well, I played some good games, guys.
Good,
You
good.
did. Oh,
I like
let me get-
gamers.
yeah.
I like actual
Yeah.
gamers, unlike some people.
Yeah, me too.
What'd you do?
I
What'd you do?
purchased a game. I already talked about Chance of Senna.
Yep.
Played an
Oh,
amazing
yeah,
game called
great.
Animal Well.
Ooh.
Okay.
And I also
Animal Well. Listen, you brought the heat because that's
we're not.
the big.
I'm not. No, you lost that
No,
review.
that
So
is
what
a
I-
real review. Yeah, that is a real sentiment. Okay, what
You
else?
lost. It's gone.
Matt, you're bringing the
Okay.
heat.
John,
Okay.
shut up. Shh, you're ruining it. Okay, Matt, continue.
I was saying, and I was pumped about this game, and I loved It Takes Two.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best
Yes.
co-op experiences I've had in my life. And then I played A Way Out, and I have not
Played what?
heard about I
A
kind of heard
Way
about
Out.
this
We
game.
played this,
Oh.
John. It's the prison game.
Yeah.
We streamed it.
Yeah, we
friggin-
finished it. Michelle
Yeah.
and I finished it. Yeah,
Like you got to
Yeah, we
Mexico
finished.
and everything.
we finished it. Yeah.
So I thought this was just a Prison Break show.
show.
Yep.
Like I thought this was just like not show, like a game. Like out of prison, that's the end of the game. So, and I was playing with my son, and we're like, holy crap! There's a whole other game beyond this point. Like you so many cool things that you do as this pair. You go out in the world, and there's like you're tracking down this dude that did you wrong, and there's some super cool twist. This is such a really well done co-op game.
It was a
The
fun
fact that you can
experience.
play as-
You fix a toilet. Remember, you're hiding in
listen,
the cell.
Michelle and I, when we played this, streamed it, finished it, and we were making fun of it the whole time. But I think
Yeah.
at
It
the
was
end,
cool.
we were like, okay, that was not bad. Because are you like
Am I still
handcuffed? to-
warbling? Someone
what's-
says,
What?
I think you're cutting out a little bit, like when you talk.
Oh.
But it could just be me.
okay.
I was going to say, are there any other? I think there's a couple of games like this with these like actual true co-op experiences that are silly. There's one people kept recommending to play, Love in a Foreign Planet or something like that. That's maybe like this. I forget.
Oh, Love in a Dangerous Space Time. I've played that
yeah,
before.
like we
That's
should
lot
do
of
like a
fun.
co-op episode or something because a lot of times they don't get a lot of attention.
Couch
but yeah,
co-op, like the art of couch co-op when done right, it's magical. Like this game is so much fun to just pick. And we were starting to like role playing these roles where like we take on the accents. We'd be like, okay, what are we gonna do, Leo? And like because it gives you the option of do it Leo's way, do it Vincent's way,
Right.
and then it turns into a full-on shooter at one point, and then like a car chase. There's so many cool parts of this game that's so much fun playing with someone on the same couch as you.
yep.
And that's I don't this is number 2 now in my like co-op all-time favorites. And by the way, Binding of Isaac has a co-op mode if you ever want to play with your
Oh, I
sister.
didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, just plug in the second controller. Okay, very quickly, I played Ghost Runner 2. It was free on the PlayStation. Sorry, it was part of my subscription on the PlayStation Essentials.
And
Did I play?
I loved it.
Oh yeah.
This
I played the demo for the first one, and
Yeah.
This
I mean, I love the cyberpunk aesthetic, but
they do such an amazing job of making you feel rhythmic,
platforming,
like a
though.
rhythmic cyber
do you
killer.
like it
is-
though?
I love this
Redoing
game. Like,
levels
once-
over again.
Not in
like-
the second one. In the second one, there's actually like a huge open world component to it.
Oh, really?
Like you get out of that cyberpunk city and into what used to be the Earth, and there's this whole other back end, like you're climbing tower. Like they've really expanded on Ghost Runner. There's still that like speed running element to it, where if you can get really good, you can just like slice through each of these levels. But when the cyberpunk music is going, and you're doing all these slow motion ninja tricks, and you're going invisible and throwing it feels so good. Like they've tapped into that flow state in this game.
Right.
Really good.
Yeah, because when I played it, it was almost like a Tony Hawk parkour, Mirror's Edge kind of sports game in a way, right? To get
it's so much more. It's the combat is amazing. The powers that you get. There's lots of little collectibles. There's little challenges you can do, and there's a whole like roguelite extra game you can play back at your base. So I think it might have been DLC or something. So Ghost Runner 2 or Ghost Runner, I think these are like slept on type games.
Yeah, I've never heard much about Ghost Runner 2. I had mentioned it to John. He's like, oh no, I don't know about that first one. I was like, people kept saying this one's better. So it looks like it.
This one way better.
I only played the first
one.
demo, and I kind of understood the game right away from the demo, and I just didn't want it. It seemed arcadey to me, the first one. Is this less?
Yeah, it's still got that arcadey pull. Like it's still like you gotta do everything almost perfectly to pull off the Super Ultra Ninja move, but there's a lot more freedom, and like I said, it opens up. And at one point, you're driving a motorcycle down this like 1,000-foot wall. Like it throws in things like that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right. There was a game on Steam. I shouldn't even bring it up because I can't remember the name of the game. But it was kind of like this, where you're sliding, slicing. Forget it. I don't remember the name of the game. That you would probably love, Matt, if I could remember the name of the game, but I can't. So
it's like Katana Zero. Remember, we both like Katana Zero.
Yeah.
It's that same feel. Like
Katana Zero was like an 8-bit kind of. Right,
but like once you feel it, like it's that same feeling of like fast action. I'm a badass. I'm really good at games. Like it's
Mirror's
a game
Edge
that makes you
was
feel like you're good at games.
The second one.
Well, yeah, Mirror's Edge for sure. But there's another game I can't. Whatever, forget it. I can't remember the name of the game. But Matt would probably like it if he likes this.
Well,
I played it last year.
Probably on the
beach.
also recommended. Like if I click on Ghost Runner here, it's probably like if you like this game, there's usually ones under it. Maybe it's there. I'll look.
No, it's not super hot. It was that game where you're like skating around the levels and slashing things. And I actually played it last year on the beach.
Oh, the roller drum.
No, not that game. No.
All right.
It's more like super hot. I mean, not super hot. It's more like this game.
All right, well, we'll figure it out. What are you drinking?
If you remember, let me know.
I know. Like I said, I shouldn't have brought it
This
up because
could
I
take
can't
a
remember the
while.
name of the game.
I'm falling asleep. My butt hurts. We've been sitting here for 2 hours.
Yeah, white.
Neon white. Neon white.
Neon white. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Neon
it.
white. That might be on Game Pass,
It's
actually.
like in comparisons to Neon White. Like
Okay.
people compare it to that kind of game.
Yeah. Have
Yeah.
you played Neon White? Because you'd love that.
That's a Nintendo Switch. I might pick it up if it's on.
No,
sale
it's
somewhere.
everywhere, Neon white.
I played it on Steam, on my Steam Deck, yeah.
It might be on Game Pass, even.
See, the thing is, look, I said very few words and everyone got the name of the game. Like,
There you go.
it's Neon
Yeah.
White.
Check out Neon white. Okay.
Oh, let's get
Matt,
through
you
this
would
round
like,
table.
I'm going to
Let's get
recommend
through the
Neon
round
White.
table. I've expended all my energy yelling this episode, so let's.
Yeah, I punched 3 holes in the wall.
My
recently.
You
goodness.
did not, Matt.
My knuckles. I just
Okay,
need to
now that
bandage
we've
them up.
calmed down,
Don't pin this on me.
Let's get rid of the
No, I'm
Hellblade
not.
review. John is obsessed with ancient Egypt right now. I think we just
I'm not
need to have an
answering- I'm
Egypt
never answering that
episode.
question.
Matt, I
And Matt
wanted
won't be
to
on
Never
it.
answering the question.
Yeah, don't
Matt,
answer.
when
Never answering the question.
Matt,
drive
when
him
you were
crazy.
gone, I actually
Yeah.
defended you, and I said,
Oh, good. Thank you, John. Oh, someone deserves
No.
a medal.
okay, no, I said,
Thanks for coming into my defense, John.
I was asking Matt a serious
like a guy
question
who
about the
punches
mummy
you and then
because I
catches your
thought
head.
Matt
Yeah.
would appreciate the
Yeah.
campiness of that
All
movie,
right, so
and I wanted to know if it was
Senua's
worthwhile.
Saga, Hellblade 2. Let's talk
Okay.
about this. Came to Xbox Game Pass today. It's also on Steam. This
Yes.
first game was on PlayStation. This one isn't, right? So you can only play on Xbox and PC. It
Okay.
is a
Yes, correct.
it's a game that is it really a game
Beautiful.
or is it a walking simulator? Is it an Unreal 5 tech demo?
Okay.
It's gorgeous.
It's pretty.
All right, so Matt, you played this on the Series X, correct?
That on my craft box. So I think that's the X.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, in true round. Okay. By the way, Matt, can you help me set up the table?
No. No.
Matt, I got
You
these
can
little
get me a drink after you set up that table, but I'm good.
Wow.
When it's ready, I'll just pull up a chair.
because I
bitch
wanted to
mode.
know if you liked The Mummy.
Yeah, that's it.
I
That's
think
the
the
cause-
table's over there, John. If you want to get started, it's going to take some time. if you're
Okay,
doing it by
no,
yourself.
it turns out I just brought individual chairs for Michelle.
Okay,
and
we
I.
got no table. Let's sit with our legs
This is an
exposed.
Yeah.
You
AA
ready?
meeting. We're not.
Hi, I'm Michelle, and I'm a gamer.
Michelle,
and I played
here, I got-
this
I
fucking
got you-
game for this show, and I didn't want
I got
it.
you
Okay,
a stool.
I'm just gonna get
Here's
it out
a
of the way.
stool. Okay.
I didn't want to play this game, but I did.
I didn't either. We've been talking about this like for a week
Yeah.
or two. We don't.
Yep.
I didn't want to play it. Michelle didn't want to play it. I played the first game on PC. It was a lot of like just whispering.
How far did you play? How you played the demo?
I played an hour. I got
Yeah,
to a
something like that.
man who was fighting, and
Okay.
There was trees and there was water.
And then after my hour of gameplay, I went to YouTube and watched some of the game because it's only 6 hours long. And yeah, it's pretty much what I did. It's
So there's
not
a Draugr
game.
fight right after that guy. That is so much fun to play. So
in the,
Okay.
in the
you
first
can
game.
probably tell where I fall on this.
Well, if you like it, great. I mean, it's
All right,
got,
so Matt, you,
I
okay.
agree. Look, I think that you can write a walkthrough for this game for the first hour is press forward, and that's a legitimate criticism. But in the times where you are fighting, it's some of the best one-to-one combat in a game I've experienced.
Well,
Just
okay, so
way
the combat
how
to me
amazing it feels.
is very unique. At least the combat I've experienced so far. So I'm in the first. I completed the first passage of the game where you're on
on
shore.
the ship on the shore.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're battling all these Nordic.
and to be
assholes.
clear, Matt played on Xbox, John and I played on PC,
Right.
and I have an
I played on
ultra-wide
both.
monitor.
I
I
played
have an
on both.
ultra-wide monitor, and so does John. And the game forces black bars on people with 16:9 because it's a cinematic experience. So if you have 21:9, a really great game to play and
Yes.
just look at because visually it will be stunning, assuming you have a decent card. I still, yeah, I mean, I have a
Yeah,
4090,
so the
but
game looked on my PC. I would say
I'm
it
assuming you had
def-
DLSS
on
on,
Xbox.
so
I did have it on,
Yeah.
and my frames were in the 60s, not
yeah.
much higher.
It's not very well optimized, but if you have a 4090 or something, it looks beautiful and it is full ultra wide. People are pissed off
Like,
about
is
the
that
black
our
bars
next
on
generation?
16:9.
What's that, Matt?
Is that the next generation of Unreal? Just that
Yeah, Unreal
Unreal
5.
5, yeah.
Yep, a lot
Yeah,
of
Gray
games-
Zone also
detailed.
uses Unreal 5.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, the game looks beautiful and it should. I mean, it's to me, from what I played, it is a cinematic experience.
It is. Oh, yeah,
a limited
for sure.
cinematic experience. It is not really what I would call a game, but that doesn't mean it's not cool and it shouldn't exist. I mean, it's like
All
an
right, well,
interactive movie.
Let's talk
for
about
me.
that again. Let's back up a little bit. So, all right. So in this game, you are a Nordic woman who has voices in her head.
Yes.
All
You
the
just
ti-
came back from going to hell and avenging your sacrificed ex-lover. And so now the people that sacrificed him, you're like, okay, I'm going to get my revenge. So you pretended to be a slave to be taken by the slavers
on a slave ship. Yeah.
Yeah.
on a slave ship.
Are
and
we
you're
sure
with the
the
intent
first
to,
game really happened how we think, or was she just nuts? That's what I wanted to ask for who played it.
So she comes to grips with they call her the Furies that are in her head. There's just they
Okay.
represent the different Nordic, they are voices in her head. These aren't spiritual or anything.
Yeah, I
These are
wish they were
different
like
aspects of
witches.
her,
I would have been more into it, like real voices. but
That
they're
was
just
cool. I
her.
thought that at first. Yeah, I thought it
Yeah.
was like she was being invaded by demonic spirits or something.
Yeah, there's a lot
Let's
of
talk about that
panning.
right off the bat.
A lot of
'cause
panning.
It says to wear headphones in this game.
Yeah,
I would not suggest it because it is really annoying and
it
intense.
is.
So,
it was
Matt,
weird.
again, I played the opening sequence. Do the voices ever stop?
No.
They
don't?
And it is I can't play for more than an hour. I played 2.5 hours, but I get to a point this is I am not relaxed. I am on edge this entire
Mm-hmm.
game because of these stupid voices. And I don't know if
Yeah.
there's an option to turn them off.
I think
would
it was
use
a
that
little
option.
aggressive with the craziness and the panning. I get the voices in the head; it's cool, but I think they went overboard for me personally. It would have felt
But
better.
they're
if it was
constantly telling you that you're a piece of shit.
yeah, but only tell me
That's
that
what's
once
also
every
they give
20
you hints,
minutes. You don't have to
though.
keep
What?
saying it.
Yeah, but you need them sometimes because they're like,
No, they do give hints.
get on the ledge, get on the
They're
ledge.
like, "Oh, you're doing
Yeah.
it right. No, he's too fast.
Yeah.
You need to block.
Right.
You need
But they
to
could
whatever."
shut up for 90%
I
of it
think,
too.
Yeah.
Where they're
yeah,
just
for me personally,
you're not gonna make it. It's
He's too
intense.
strong.
But this bitch
He's too
climbed a
fast
cliff
for
and then
you.
she couldn't walk over a puddle or a rock. See, I personally get annoyed by that. I know video games do it a lot. But like, I found this like one path cut in the middle of this like rainy Norwegian whatever hill. It just felt unnatural to me. I want to explore this
Yeah.
world more in more of an open feel.
Oh, it's super linear.
Does it? Yeah, it's a little too linear. If you're only going to make a
Okay.
cinematic experience, if you're only going to make it look cool, and it's really not about the gameplay, then can you just open up a little bit and not take me on this path where I'm really just pressing forward?
I want to talk about the combat. So I did the combat in the beginning where I'm
Yeah.
fighting the Norwegian dudes on the beach.
Yep.
And the way they handle combat is actually very unique in a cinematic way, but maybe not in a good gameplay way, though, because it seems really
You don't
scripted.
even know if you're playing or not. I was
Yeah, 'cause
confused
you're-
at certain
remember that
times. Am I in a
full motion-
cutscene?
That full motion arcade game, like Knight's Castle. What was it called? Like Knight's Quest.
I don't know.
What was it? Dirk Diggly. Wimmer. It's a cartoon.
Oh,
and
Dragon's
it was
Lair?
like Dragon's Lair. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
Matt,
yeah.
Matt. Okay, it's so funny you just said Dragon's Lair because I
This feels
actually
like kind of
no.
modern
I
Dragon's
thought
Lair.
of Dragon's Lair when I was playing it because it's
Yeah.
almost like you're doing QuickTime events, but you're not, but you are at the same time. It's like they're kind of presenting it like, oh, you're actually in control of combat. But I actually thought, well, at least the combat I experienced, that it was predetermined if I was going to win.
No.
So later,
No,
I'm
that's,
sure.
I think that's why the combat's amazing because I
Okay.
failed a lot of combats and later combats, and there is
Okay.
you die. Like you can fail these. If you, I don't know how health works though, because I feel like I've gotten hacked in the face like 10 times.
yeah,
in
there's
single-
no
Yeah.
again. There's no gauges. There's no.
Yeah.
I
Heads
was
up
having
display.
issues like, am I in a cutscene? Is this really, am I really doing this? Did this move?
Yeah.
Did I move her?
Because it takes control away from you, right? Because you hit them 2 times and they do a little animation, and then you hit them another 2 times, they do a little animation.
Yeah.
When it strings together, though, like once you get past that initial beach, you come across like a village that is just bloody with like limbs everywhere, and then like you find this like cult. And I won't spoil what happens next, but you fight like monsters basically,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when I think the combat comes because it's 10 in a row these people that you're fighting, and I
Okay.
think that's when the game it feels
So Matt,
more like a game.
is this
yeah.
Xbox's God of War?
No, God of War still is the far better because that's a game. That's like
Yeah.
there's way more things to do.
For
This
me,
is an
I see
experience,
wasted
and
potential, though. That's my problem with it. Like, I'm kind of, it's cool that it exists and it's cool that it's there. Like, I think I'd probably like to watch someone play this game, but don't you think they could take this game, this engine, this world, and make it a God of War game? I don't know.
maybe
That's
it's because
all.
it does look so. I think you're right though. I think the concentration's on how it looks.
Yes.
If they didn't, they could make a much better, more fun game by
It does look
toning
great.
that down and
But
just
let it
adding more
look
game.
20% worse, but give me some more gameplay.
Yeah, give me more.
Well,
stuff
that's what
going
I'm
on.
saying.
Help me-
Like the
That's
whole
all.
like when the new God of War came out on the PlayStation 4, like I think the camera view was a big part of why that game seemed so epic compared to the previous Jaffe games with the pulled out camera. And I was thinking when I was playing this that they're doing some trickery here to make the combat and just the immersiveness of you and the character being the character in the world because the camera was so fucking tight. Right,
The camera is a character in this game. Like it zooms in on her.
yeah,
when
which
she's,
is
like,
why I'm
really-
making God of War comparisons.
You can silence the
because-
voices when you hit the right thumbstick and it zooms in and it's like,
You can
Oh, is that
focus.
right?
Yeah.
So-
yeah, like you're
so-
focusing, it gets quiet.
Listen, I think the character models are some of the best I've seen on Xbox, better than any Bethesda bullshit. Right?
Well, of course. That's a
not a
low
high
bar.
bar.
I know.
Everything like better than Alan
I know,
Wake
but
or whatever.
Bethesda's like the king studio right now, basically.
Well, I mean, I think
at Microsoft.
generally, like the PlayStation games, like Naughty Dog faces and stuff, are known as being good
Naughty
for
Dog's
console.
better.
So yeah, like this would be something you would compare it to. Here, people are saying it looks great, and I'm not disputing that. And I'm not even saying it's bad. And it's a shit thing. Don't do it. I think just for me, it's not a game I want to play.
You got to know it's a movie more.
Yeah.
With some really good game. Now, there could all be like, it could be holding it to the last half, and I don't know. And I'm going to keep playing this game, and I'll talk about it next time I'm on.
Yeah.
Because it might be one of those games that just takes a while
Somebody
to really
said it's
build
only
up
3
the action.
hours. Other people said it's 6. Crafty thinks 50
How
is too
can that
much just
be?
because it's only 3 to 6 hours. Yeah. I don't think
6 hour
Microsoft threw it
game
out
for it,
fast
though,
and
either.
unfinished. I think it's just like the first game. What I think it's partially like a me problem. I played the first game and I thought it was cool, but I never really liked it. I was like, wow, this is a tech demo for a really cool game. Oh, great. Microsoft bought them. Now it's going to be that full-fledged game. This is going to be their Zelda, their God of War, their big, huge epic game. And then it just comes out and it's like more of the first, but some people saying worse in some ways. That's up for you guys to debate. But I guess for me, it's like untapped potential in this world. And it's too much about the mental illness and the ASMR in the ears and how shiny the rock looks and how weird her fucking eyes are. Like, let's get off that and let's
They're very
experience
blue.
more game.
But,
Balance
like,
it.
They're saying 6 to 8 hours basically for this game.
There's not really, unless you loved it, there's no replay value.
Yeah.
Like there's not different, there's no side, like this isn't a traditional game. There's no
Right.
UI.
Right.
It's you're living a movie. If you ever seen
And
The
Matt, there
Norseman,
is
if
no
you know-
like
Yeah,
skill
Norseman's a
tree,
good
talent
comparison. Yep.
points, or anything, right? There's no.
No, there's
7
no
years
RP,
for
there's
6
no gaining
hours.
stuff.
Yeah.
But the work went into the detail. And it's just that there's not much to do in these incredibly detailed.
That's what I'm saying. And it's so linear,
Yeah.
so pathed. And because of that, they can make a spectacular, beautiful game, but it ends up feeling like an Unreal 5 tech demo for me. It doesn't end up feeling
Okay,
like
but-
something I want to play.
People on Steam are loving this.
Yeah, and a lot of the reviews are, oh, Ninja Theory, you're the best. Microsoft, don't shut them down. Or, oh, this is doing wonders for mental illness. And, oh, a lot of the reviews don't seem genuine. They say bullshit
So
stuff
do you?
if you pick
Okay,
through
so
them.
do you think that people are leaving positive reviews
Yes.
on Steam
Yes.
to be? Oh, really?
Yes.
to protect
Yes.
Ninja
To
Theory.
be
Yes.
contrarian
Yes.
to
Yes.
what
To
happened
be-
with
yes.
Redfall.
Oh boy. If you have Game Pass and you already are paying for Game Pass, this is a clear must play. You have to experience this game, I think.
Well,
And just go into it knowing it's more of slow moving, solving environmental puzzles, occasionally some really good combat. But
Yeah.
it is like a movie. Yeah.
for sure. I don't know.
I didn't hate the combat that seemed like cutscenes, but
No, I don't think I don't think it's bad at what it does. I just wanted it to do more. And I think that's how I would sum it
that's
up for
that's
me.
completely
It's
fair.
great at
7
what it
years,
does. Yeah.
So, Matt, is
I thought
all
we
the
were getting a God
combat
of
that
War.
you experience like a cutscene that you're controlling?
Yes, that's it's incredible.
Every single time you're in combat, it goes into a cutscene, basically.
because they seamlessly it does get annoying. They take over control. They're like, okay, you punched him 2 times. Now you're going to get a little fluid
Block or
scene of you
parry.
getting tossed around and tossed
Right.
to another guy. But you felt like you just played a cinematic battle scene and you had full agency. Like
I get frustrated
you are
when
actually
playing. I just
playing
want to throw the controller. I'm like, give me fucking control of my character. Stop giving me a cutscene. What am I actually doing? I'm impatient. I don't want
Yeah.
it. Like for me, it does give you that unsettling experience. It could be, Matt, because I had all this whispering in my ears and the yelling in the left and the yelling in the right. And it's
Right.
constantly like,
You're
it was
worthless. You're horrible.
It was
You're
too
never gonna amount to
self-aware. It tried
anything.
too hard to really be about the voices in their head. And it's just like, I want them to scale it back a little, give me a little less of
They
the
lean too
of
much
that,
into that.
a little more into the game. Lean into the game more and maybe you'll get me. But I think this is what they want to do. The first game was like this. The second game was like this. This is what their vision. This is what they want to do. It's just not for me, but I really want to recognize
it
like,
needs to be bigger.
yeah, it could be bigger. And I think it's a cool cinematic experience. It looks really cool. Some people are going to love it. A lot of people potentially.
I think
But
it's a
I
cool
think-
experience if you can get it for
Yeah.
free, or I don't like if you got money to spare. Like it's something I think you got to see with your own eye. I think it's a really cool game for just the tech aspect of it. Oh, I've
Yeah.
played Sifu, by the way, Sauce. I love
Yeah,
that game.
Matt loves Sifu. He talked about it a few times.
Yeah.
I don't know. John, are you going to play more?
No.
I uninstalled. I couldn't. Take
I
it
installed
anymore.
this on my Xbox and my PC.
I'm gonna finish it. I'll report back.
Good.
Okay,
Good. Report
I mean,
back.
honestly,
let me know if it opens up more.
I didn't like despise what I played.
No, I don't
you
think
know?
anyone's
But I
despising. this.
recognized what was happening. Like it's like this isn't much of a game. I'm on rails.
Yeah.
I felt like the combat was doing something unique, which I respect. It wasn't
Yeah,
just
'cause
like
most
some
games
Elden
let
Ring.
You fight. They're not just cutscenes where you press a
Yeah,
button.
I know,
I mean, I did that
but
in
there
Indigo
was
Prophecy.
the thing is though. I like Matt said, I felt like I had some agency. I was kind of in.
Don't use that
in
word.
chart. Well, like
Get
Matt
some
said,
banger agency.
Yeah, this
like
is
I
one
felt
of the
like
words
I
people
was
use
in
now.
charge of my.
They're not giving
outcome.
us agency in the game.
No, but like it does, like you hit. You got light attack, heavy attack, and dodge and roll.
And when
It's
you listen to the voices, at least in the
Why don't they
beginning,
make it a Souls-like game, an open world Souls-like game? Matt, make it an Elden Ring. Xbox, you need a fucking big game. Do it.
I know.
This could be it if you just back off the
first
crazy
Elden
bitch a bit more. That's all.
Yeah, the first Skyrim type game with these graphics is going to be like the most popular.
That's
game
what
in
I'm
the world.
hungering
Like,
for. Give me a
whenever someone does
Skyrim.
that.
That looks good. So yeah, we were running really late. In closing, definitely check it out if you have Game Pass, even just for the experience. But for me personally, it's not something I'm going to spend even a couple of hours with. But sounds like Matt will finish it. He'll report back. Closing thoughts before we get to a few news stories.
Oh, you know what? I tried Starfield. I can't get into it. I tried. I tried
like
for the
it?
third time.
Really?
It's not good.
Too mmany. I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but too many cutscenes getting in the way of fun in
it
this game.
seems
It's just,
so you, dude.
PC
Like,
has
it's
a
just-
UI to remove, like a mod to remove all the loading and excess loading. But that's why I turned it off. It was like, get in the ship
no
to get in
reason
the
to
thing, to get
explore
the
in this
land.
game.
It's so bad.
what about the
Bethesda
Star Wars
sucks.
MMO mod or whatever they did?
Oh, the Mandalorian mod? That looks kind of cool. Maybe I'll try it some other day. I kept on getting so bored watching these puppet faces tell me to go pick up something on a planet. And I'm just thinking, okay, now I got to open my map, click 3 things. I'm on the planet,
Yep.
pick up the pack. Like, it's just...
The only way to do it is PC with mods, unfortunately, if you want to skip all that shit, like somebody went through. But then the modders abandoned it and they said, we're not going to do anything for this shit game. It's shit. We're going back to Skyrim and we'll mod that again. So it's the way it goes.
Maybe in 20 years they'll remake it and make it like what it was supposed to be. Like, get in a ship and explore and discover it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, at least you tried. You tried again, at least on the console, to see if you liked it. So this is some news. If you like Stellar Blade developer ShiftUp confirms a PC version and a sequel are under construction, or under consideration, rather. Sales of Stellar Blade are exceeding expectations. So I think, John, you were right. This is a new IP for them that's going to continue. The new project and game that they're making is called Codename Witches. So I don't know what that's going to be. But so we'll see at least another game from them and also a sequel to Stellar Blade. And yes, of course, it'll probably end up on PC. So that's kind of good news for new IPs. I think we're all looking for new IPs, including Hellblade. Like this could be something new and something different. New IPs, rumors, Valve's next game appears to be Deadlock, a MOBA hero shooter. So people are saying that they're playing Deadlock. They're alpha testing it. And weird that they wouldn't just make like a Team Fortress 3 or whatever it would be. Is it 2? Would it 3? I think it'd be 3. Activision opens a new studio tasked with creating a narrative-based AAA franchise. John, did you want to talk about this as the Activision guy? You put this news story in here?
Well, yeah, because people were saying, well, okay, Activision, Microsoft, okay.
Yes.
And people were saying, oh, you guys closed all those studios and now you're going to open another one? What's going on?
It's based in
You're not
Poland. They
allowed
wanted
to
some
do
more
that.
Polish people because they're making all the hits. All right. They're making all the simulator games.
So anyway, so these Poles are tasked with making a narrative-based and genre-defining AAA franchise. That, to me, smells like Last of Us and whatever PlayStation is doing.
Going for that. To me, it smells like good enough for Game Pass, but not good. That's what I think Microsoft
Why?
wants to do.
Because the Poles are involved?
No, I mean, the Polish people are fine. It's just, you know, it's fine. Nintendo acquiring the studio that ported Hogwarts Legacy is super interesting, according to
Yeah, that is
Polygon,
actually.
where
So
you-
this,
Ordered it.
yes.
Yeah.
So this studio down in Miami called Shiver Entertainment, they did Hogwarts Legacy and Mortal Kombat 1 ports for the Switch, and people said, you know, how the fuck did you get that shit on
Well,
this?
Switch wants to port more games to the Switch because
So they
don't
bought
have enough IPs.
These gurus, these magicians, these with their sleight of hand and how they're getting things
David
on the Switch.
Copperfield. They're just, it's probably not that
So
big of a...
Shiver's work seems to have impressed Nintendo enough that it took the unusual step of dipping into its vast cash reserves and actually buying something. So they bought this company. I mean, what does it mean that this company's good at porting stuff? Why is that important?
I don't think it matters. Let's talk about Assassin's Creed. Are you excited, Matt, that it's in
doesn't
Japan
matter,
and there's a black
Jen,
protagonist
Jen.
and people are upset because why didn't you have a Japanese guy?
We only have 10 minutes. It's
are
an
you excited
Assassin's
for
Creed
it?
game. I'm in. I love
You're
it.
in?
I'm
Okay,
excited.
so Matt's in. We'll probably all try it. We'll do Ubisoft or something just to try
You
it.
play, yeah.
You play, yeah. And then IGN bought a bunch of other competitors today or recently, and then they
my God.
fired,
They
laid a bunch
laid
of people
people
off.
How
and this
dare
is
they?
coming off. Yeah, so
Ah.
this is coming off them shitting all over Microsoft for acquiring people and then laying people off. What do you know? These same people, same exact people. I bet it was the same person. It wasn't. Let's be real. It's the journalists versus the people who own it. But yeah, they. So people are worried about gaming journalism right now. It's over, people are saying, because, now one big company owns the majority of the sites, and you're going to hear same types of things, but that was already probably going on anyway. But yeah, so Eurogamer, Game Industry, Rock Paper Shotgun, VG247, they're all
crazy.
owned by IGN right now. They've acquired the entire gamer network, and including a lot more that we won't go through. So,
But they probably give each magazine agency, right, Michelle? Like they probably
maybe,
give
but they
agency
laid
to,
some people off, and and they're mad. They said, "How could you do this?" I mean, but you guys, this happens. It's going on all over the place. There's people are losing their
Right.
jobs, so it's a little ironic. that
So,
they're bitching.
Michelle, I want to talk about this. So,
Right.
Microsoft has something called Copilot AI, and that they're adding to Windows and gaming, and it's coming to Minecraft first. And you're basically going to have an AI companion that is watching you play the game
yeah.
and is giving you hints as you play.
I talked about that in maybe that Dragonsborn game I played, which is PC mobile crossover.
Uh-huh.
They had an AI little like creepy prophecy child.
Yeah, it's
that
like
you
the
could ask
paper. It's like the
questions
Windows
to.
paperclip.
Yeah,
that comes
actually,
out.
there's a good Windows 11 mod you may want to get. It's called like the Revenge of Clippy, where it fixes all the Windows 11 shit and all the terrible ads.
Yeah.
And it's like Clippy doing stuff. But yeah, no, I think this is inevitable, right? Where you're going to start asking questions in games. Some games already have it. People are not going to be comfortable with it, I feel like.
Really?
Yeah, because you can ask
like,
how to craft items and do things. I don't know. Let me search a tab on the internet. I don't know if I want it right in my game.
That's going to backfire, though. That's going to say
Yeah.
racist stuff to kids or something.
It's going to do something.
No,
I hope
it's
the AI
not.
becomes aware. It's not. It's,
it's going
a
to make
learning.
them question their gender.
Well, we're all doing that right now. I'm questioning why I'm here on this earth.
Hey,
No,
you
I'm good.
kinda look like
I don't
want to
be a dude. There's too much work.
Even though you're a boy.
in this house for us.
It's too much work. Anyway, I think we're
I just
going to
want
leave.
to play Minecraft.
I need to go have some ice
yeah,
cream.
but you should get a dress first. No, I just
They're trying to frost Jay. John,
No,
there's babies in vans.
I
What do you usually say?
want to make a sword. I don't
Yeah.
want to do this. Yeah, but you have boobies, don't you? No,
Everybody
I
wants
don't.
boobies, little Jimmy. Don't you? No.
I can show you how to make boobies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you
cave
go
with
pick
your
up those
friend.
rocks over there and make some Minecraft?
Why do you sound like
boobies for
Mickey
you?
Mouse? Sausage making kids not learn anything themselves. Yeah.
It's kind of true. Minecraft's about learning as a kid and doing your own thing.
Right.
Yeah,
Kind of
figuring
dumbs it
stuff
down
out.
if an AI is telling you.
Yeah, like Matt, our adventure
Yeah.
games taught us like deductive reasoning.
I'm
and
gonna
not
tell
just
you how to
things
tuck
like that.
your
But
penis.
growing
Let's
up, we
do
had to go
that.
the hard way. Now they're
Tuck
just
it
like, no.
between
learn
your
that shit.
legs.
Ew, tuck it up your butt
No.
cheeks.
I,
Or can we leave?
I
All
have
right, so
some
if you want to tell us
recommended
whether the
movies
Mummy
for
is
you.
worth watching or not, you can do that in our
I'll
Discord
never
at
know because Matt won't tell me.
videogameoutsiders.com. You
Because
can
I'll never
here's the
answer
thing.
call
that
it, leave a
goddamn question.
voicemail, 520
Ever.
Philly Joe. But no matter
Matt,
what,
of all people on
go
this
get
show,
our app on iOS and Android.
one that would recommend a
us.
campy movie is you.
I'll tell you,
and
when
you
I
failed
turn
to do it.
60 years old, I'll tell you my answer to that.
All right, good. We
Okay.
hope you make it. We hope
But
you
Matt,
make it. Best
would
of
you
health. We'll be
recommend?
back next week for maybe Paper Mario. I think John's getting.
Matt,
And,
would you
some
recommend
other
Starship
stuff.
Troopers?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So that means that you would
That's an easy
recommend the
recommend.
Mummy.
Nope.
Good.
Nope. You can't make that
He
correlation.
can't. He won't
What?
answer you. You're never gonna know. You're gonna go to your grave.
Can't, and you'll never know.
Grave without that.
And I have
You've
strong
ruined it.
opinions, and you'll never know.
About the
Oh
Mummy?
my god! I'm
Yeah.
curious.
No, you
All right.
don't.
Well, when we do our Egypt episode, we'll invite you back and we'll talk about it. All right. We'll be back for next week. We'll be talking about Paper Mario.
All
and
right,
other
guys.
Shit. And I think that's
Yeah,
it.
thanks and all that.
VideoGameOutsiders.com. Out.
You're worthless. You're going to die. You have no weapon. You're horrible. You can't do anything. You're just like your mother. You're going to die. You can't do anything. You're worthless. You're worthless. You're worthless. going to die. You can't do anything. You're worthless. You're worthless. You're worthless. You can't do anything. You're just like your mother. You're horrible. You're worth nothing.